Welcome to the Daves of our lives. The opinions, comments, and views expressed on this podcast do not reflect the opinions or views of Dave or any other Daves. All comments should be taken as parody and or satire. Thank you for listening.
Microphone.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you at all on this. But
can't hear?
It's the volume thing. I should turn it down.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can.
All right.
I just need to turn up the volume.
Okay.
That's weird.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Dave. I can hear you, Dave. You can
All
hear-
Daves are on.
You can hear me, Dave?
I can hear you, Dave.
Oh, Dave. Nice.
It's a wave of Daves.
Nice.
Dave.
Who wants to introduce this
Dave
week?
cubed.
All right, I will.
Three-dimensional. Beyond time.
Welcome to the Days of Our Lives. We have started our interview series. So I'm here with my co-host, Dave. And
This is Dave O.
and we're joined by Dave. It's so way too close.
Dave.
O
N.
M N O.
Oh, yeah. M and O.
That works out great. Dave M N O.
That makes Monday.
I'm going alphabetical, and you're going with days of the week.
We need to have a fourth Dave, and he needs to be Dave P.
M-N-O-P.
That's
M-N-O-P?
my favorite letter in the alphabet.
M N O P.
M-N-O-P.
We'll have to find one.
I feel like I'm a big letdown because, like, Polish and British ancestry, I'm like white Polish. So, like, Dave on the other end of the spectrum from what you're shouting out at Maddox and other places.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
When you're in the store in the grocery parking lot and you're like, was your name Dave?
Your name, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would not approach you randomly.
No, that would not be.
I was on a date with Lara today, and we were at Freddy's, and there was an African-American guy, and I'm like, I'm staring way too long. Like, it just messed up, make him feel uncomfortable. And then on the walk
Ask
today,
him his name.
no, like, we were kind of in a hurry, and he was by himself. It felt weird. But then my daughter told me on the dating app that she, there was a Black Dave, and she almost tried to match with him.
Swipe right.
Oh,
She
that's
should've
so fun
swiped
that
right.
she,
To
listens to
so
this
that
and
she'd
cares
be
about
like,
you.
hey, my dad's been looking for somebody like you.
yeah.
I'm not interested, but my dad's been looking. And
She could pretend she's interested to get you what you want.
no, daughters aren't looking for son-in-laws that I want. But
ones
she
that
didn't
you
even,
want, but
yeah,
ones
she
they
didn't
want.
even screenshot or anything. She just said no. I was like,
She just swiped left, huh?
this is like 10 minutes before you texted me. So
Oh,
I'm still digesting it.
good. Well, any updates, Dave? Last couple weeks.
It's only been a week.
Has it been a week? No, it hasn't. It's been 2 weeks, hasn't it?
No, we recorded last week on the Simple Man's Gospel. No, it was 2
No,
weeks.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh. We went on a trip. It was fun. Vacations are a way to spend money and have your children remind you that they still don't like doing those activities.
And they definitely don't like each other.
We enjoy torturing our children.
Where did you go on vacation?
We went to Lava Hot Springs, which apparently there's a controversy about how it's pronounced. So in the comments,
Like
And I don't
Lava
know-
Hot Springs?
lava versus lava.
Wow.
Is that specifically to the hot springs up in Idaho, or is that all lava/lava?
Sounds like a
There,
Canadian
there's
thing,
there
like-
they are very passionate about it. The locals are very passionate about lava.
Or like
Hot
Canada
Springs.
calls it drama, pasta, like lava
Oh.
might be a thing.
We
Are
said
they that
lava.
close to Canada?
Idaho's closer than here.
It's true. They're that influenced by Canada that it's lava.
My favorite thing was we went on go-karts and they got the track
Wait,
wet.
in lava?
They got the track wet, and so there was like flicking up mud, and you could kind of drift in the go-kart. And then at the end, and this was extra.
That's like a dirt cart. That's not go kart. That's like dirt cart.
Oh yeah, there's like mud everywhere. The thing's just disgusting when you got in it.
Oh, nice.
And
Wait, this was in Lava Hot Springs?
Did they have a regulator on the top speed?
I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like super fast, but it was fun.
Could you smash like go-karts?
You couldn't smash each other, and unfortunately,
Like
because of
accidentally.
my weight and the weight limit, only Mason could go in,
Top speed.
and that might have been cheating too. But at the end, he had a giant bubble pit. He had like tarps up, and he had this thing, and it just dropped huge bubbles, like bubble, bubble, bubble.
Oh,
It
cool.
was like a rave, without the music, the drugs, and the pacifiers.
So you
But
say,
other than that,
so you say.
and it was $25 extra, and I think that's what the kids like the most.
I had no idea that there was something like that up there.
That sounds totally worth it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely worth the $25.
Well, it was more money. I guess you could show up and just be like, I just want to go in them.
Yeah, I wonder if you could just do the go-karts.
No, just the bubble path.
Oh,
He said that.
but the bubble path was $25 extra.
It was $25 extra. It was like, man, I'm all dirty.
At that point, I need the rave music though. Like,
You know?
if I'm gonna pay, give me the whole shebang.
Well, and I like hit a kid in the foam,
Mm.
and then like Lars walking along.
Which kid?
Liam.
Oh,
He was on
okay.
board,
You
Yeah.
talk about vacations, but that's where the memories are made. Doing
Yeah.
the different, the things I haven't tried before. Yeah, that sticks in core memories of fear or happiness. Yeah.
What about you? What's new last 2 weeks for you?
Last 2 weeks. Um, we have a backyard that we're trying to make into like a garden type thing, but it needs more dirt because it's rocky back there.
Yeah.
So we had to order a truckload of dirt into the front yard and they dump it in the driveway.
Oh,
And so you have to
gosh.
like shovel the dirt into buckets and then carry it up 2 flights of stairs and then dump it out and just do that like 872 times or however many times we had.
Flights of stairs to get back up into the backyard.
Yeah, because it's like built down here and then the house is built up against the side of the hill or whatever. And so, yeah, great workout. My calluses, tired, sore, exhausted, but it's completed. And every time I drive into the driveway, I'm just so happy that I don't see dirt in there anymore.
How long was the dirt there?
Probably like 7 weeks.
Oh my, that's
Sometimes you do it a whole bunch and then you're like, I can't
Yeah,
even do it for
that-
days. Like I
That's
can't
like
even
a
look at
ton
it.
of dirt.
It was like,
probably multiple tons.
what do they call it? Like 10 cubic yards or whatever the truckload of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't realize like
Ton.
how much it matters, because we've been talking about doing some like sand in the backyard,
Mm.
and I'm like, we can pull a truck all the way back almost to
Oh, yeah.
the sand pit, and I was like, that is invaluable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
that
so you don't have to
access.
schlep it back there. If you're interested in wood chips, Chip Drop is a great service where arborists cut down trees and then they just, instead of taking it like green waste,
Yeah.
they'll just bring the wood chips over to your house and dump it wherever you want. And then-
Okay, so my wife signed up for
Yeah.
that. She signed up. She even put down, because you
For
get
chip
it
drop
for
this
free,
exact service.
But you
but
can,
you can put down like a tip.
Yep.
And
I've used it like 10 times. I love it. Yeah.
she has signed up for it more than one time and
Mm.
never got a drop.
Oh.
Our neighbor on Second South,
Yeah.
in our old neighborhood, she's got it like 3 or 4 times. And so I think they're just looking at it like, that's a little bit out of the way.
Maybe. Yeah.
Um,
They take it to the closest place.
yeah, it's the closest place. I'm like, you just need to start like raising the tip, honey.
Maybe.
But we chopped down some trees and we left them there. We rented
Mhm.
the wood chipper
Oh, yeah.
and did all the chipping,
Yep.
and nobody lost any limbs. That's good.
That's
but
very
it
good.
was super loud.
Is it restrictive on your chip drop? Like some people will take logs, some people won't take any logs. Some people are looking for a certain kind of tree or wood to be cut down. Like
We
you can-
weren't picky at all.
not at all.
We
Wow.
would take anything.
I've loved it. It works great. They don't tell you when they're coming. They just tell you when they've dropped it, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll deal with it now. Like I wanted it. I'm good to go. I do like chip drop. Yeah.
You're like, I can't park in my driveway again,
We're
Yes.
not sponsored by Chip Drop.
but we
Yet.
could be.
We can be bought apparently.
Yes,
Like, yeah,
yes,
we
thank you,
can
Dave.
be bought.
Do you know what goes with good with chips? R1.
R1 sauce.
Sauce your booty and your chips. I'm thinking.
Have
like
you
fish
tried
and
it on
chips.
chips?
Fish and chips?
Fish and chips. R1 sauce for fish and chips. That would go really well with the restaurant.
The R2D2?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Hey, what's new with you?
What's new with me? Not much. Just we went fishing. This is new for me. I had my first experience fly fishing over the weekend.
Did you teach yourself or did somebody
No,
teach you?
my older brother gave me a quick rundown, and because I'm so aware of myself and my body, I was able to pick up on it real fast.
Yes.
Did you catch anything?
No. I caught on how to,
You got the rhythm down.
the 10 and 2 and
Yeah.
release the line when you're supposed to. It can be, I can see why people do fly fishing over just like dropping a line. There's a lot of concentration, but it's almost
like rhythmic,
it's
right?
rhythmic.
Yes.
It's also almost like gambling. The next cast is going to be perfect. I'm going to drop it right where I want it. Dang it. Next cast. Right there. Oh, next one's going to be better. I'm going to drop it right where those fish are going to see it.
Black 7.
Dang it. But I can see
wheel.
there's so many. Always bet on black. But I can see why people get into it. And then fortuitously, this veteran nonprofit comes to my office to explain to me what their program is. And they take veterans, specifically those suffering with PTSD or amputees, and they take the veterans out just to get them out on the river, get them away from everything and a place to just be quiet and still and focus on something, that rhythmic that you're talking about.
See, I've heard that too, but for like Forged in Fire contestants.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them with the knife making, a lot of them are former vets,
service
they're
members.
vets, and they have PTSD, and that's their therapy. And it's like the rhythm and smashing something into your will.
Yeah.
It feels very different than fly fishing.
Bending something to your will. But I thought that was very timely. That happened just after I had my first fly fishing experience. Being a service member as I am, and having friends that suffer from PTSD, I'm all for it.
Is it possible to get PTSD in the Air Force?
Sarcasm doesn't always come through in your voice. Right? Like
that almost sounded sincere, didn't it?
Yeah, asking for a friend.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So my best friend actually, he got medically discharged or medically separated with full benefits because he had PTSD, not because he was in combat, but the situation that he was faced with was so traumatic that he was diagnosed with PTSD. He didn't recognize it at first, but he did self-report. Like it took him a while, but he recognized what he was suffering from, and then he went and reported it, and he fought for his benefits, but then ended up needing to separate him. And
isn't like drone operators, Air Force?
Similar situation to that.
I mean that I'd imagine.
Yeah. So you have all of the force and capability to take action, but not given the authorization. That was basically the situation that he was faced with. And it was, Anyway, so I was like, hey, you want to go fly fishing? He was like, yeah, I could go with you. So
you have an addiction now.
Oh.
you'll raise the glass to that.
Your
As I
addiction.
sip down this energy drink at
Your
10
addiction,
o'clock at night.
like polygamy, you can have more than one. You don't need to have just one addiction, Dave. Why limit yourself?
We don't endorse polygamy on this podcast.
No, we don't.
You don't?
I mean, we haven't yet. We can be bought.
Blur out my face. Is that okay?
Of course.
We'll do like the whole changing the voice. And it'll be like Dark Shadow. I don't know what it is.
The identity of the Dave N has been concealed to protect.
Michael Jordan was on Saturday Night Live decades ago, right? And it was supposed to be a therapy thing. And they're like, we have with us today our guest, Michael J. We're not saying his last name to protect his anonymity. Everyone's like, we know who he is. It's like, it's a very funny line, though.
Yes.
Somebody said this like a years ago, but it's like, I'm not going to say their name, but their initials are Michael Jordan. And then they just say the name. So I think it's funny to say that anytime. Like, I want to keep their identity secret. just
give
said
your
their
child
name.
the name Dave Matthews. You'll keep their identity
Oh, yeah.
secret.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll get random requests
They won't
from
come up in Google searches. They'll be on page
No, Dave Jr.
no Dave Jr. Too late for that.
Yep.
He's
Next
that
diapers
happy.
in my house are going to be mine.
Well, I want to thank Dave for joining us today. This was just a random thing that Dave M and I came up with, and I reached out to Dave, and
I'm
he said,
honored
yeah.
to be a Dave on the Daves.
You're the first.
He's
Dave
also
who's
our
gonna
biggest
be-
fan. By the way.
I love when you fact check each other and you're like, actually, it turns out Dave was right on this one.
Dave's always right.
Like, I love just hearing that. Dave is right. I love hearing that. Yeah, I very much internalized this comments.
Dave and I met years ago at CrossFit.
Yes.
We
Senator
actually,
Utah,
we actually worked out at one point.
Wait, was this during pre-mortuary?
COVID, yeah.
This was post-mortuary, actually.
Post-mortuary?
Just a little after the mortuary, actually.
You were America First at that time?
I was in America
Why-
first.
why are you all the way down in Centerville doing CrossFit?
Well, I did do some coaching. I was one of the instructors, and so I got a free membership.
He knows his stuff.
So I know how to move.
Okay, we should do one of those like those aerobic
Not that kind of move.
videos. And let's
Like the
make
aerobic.
yeah. And it'll be like CrossFit with Dave and Dave and Dave. And then
You
be
were talking
like
K-pop dance moves. That would be
that too. We need to have a video, and then we need to have like, and if you call now, you not only get one DVD
You'll get the second for free
and an 8-track.
for 3 easy payments of $19.99.
I still call them books on tape. I was listening to a book on tape the other day, and there's a way to date yourself.
Yeah.
You date yourself. Yeah, they're not called that anymore.
I think it's like we live in an era where it's so easy to date yourself because technology is just so rapidly
advancing
changing.
Yeah.
Makes it hard.
Hmm.
So to date myself, I have paper here. This is made from fallen trees.
It's undergone some chemical processes. We hauled Dave down here to interview him.
Which, just for the record, is patently unfair because I didn't get a list of these questions, or did I know they were happening? And I don't feel like your other podcasts have happened this way.
No,
so
they
I'm
haven't.
just not prepared for
It's
that.
new, Dave. It's brand new, and you get to be the guinea pig, not the hamster. Oh, you'll be the third hamster.
The one that lived.
They're playing bingo, and I don't know what's on their bingo sheets, but they are elated.
I'll give you a little bit of. I'll pull the curtain back a little bit for you, Dave. I used the AI
Oh yeah.
in your LinkedIn and Facebook profiles,
Okay.
and I said generate a list of questions for me based on these profiles.
I'm not active on either of them very
So-
much right now, so it'll get like me from 5 years ago.
Yeah,
for
this would
sure.
be great.
Yeah. Okay.
So you may need to
I don't
provide
know
us
if
some
I'm ever gonna get any.
So if I list something on your bingo sheet or say something connected to it, like you cross it off?
Yep.
Yeah, his bingo sheet's
Get me to
different
make
than mine,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
I can't tell you what I want you to say. I just need to ask questions.
We
Hoping
can't lead you.
can't lead the witness. Object.
No leading questions, Dave.
Judge Jerry objects.
There's no criminal activity on there, right? You didn't like. Okay, just thank.
Okay, let me cross this one off.
Facebook and LinkedIn. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. You're pretty public about
To our
criminal
to
activity.
our listeners, we are pretty. Yeah, I've shared. I think I have shared some criminal activity. Have I not?
The statute of limitations up for your golf cart stealing,
The golf cart
underage
stealing,
drinking.
the
That was delightful.
underage drinking, the water balloons at the.
You got caught
Motor
for
vehicle?
that. You served your time.
I did.
Public nudity at the Halloween party.
Yes.
Maybe not entirely.
Not fully new.
Okay.
That's a short story that I don't think I shared
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh, you talked about it on the podcast.
about streaking.
Dave, you talk about it every time I see you.
Streaking. You were talking about
Oh, that's another story.
wheelchair or something like that.
Mountain goating.
Something I would
There was
forget.
definitely mountain goating. I remember that.
I didn't tell the story of me streaking.
No.
I figured that existed based off of your behavior.
That's a different story for a different time. But Dave doesn't have any criminal activity.
I can share it tonight if you like me to.
Is it on your bingo? I don't
It's not on my bingo sheet. There is a free space though. Checking that off.
Oh my gosh.
He's ahead.
Free space. That's fascinating.
Oh, now you're
Joe.
tired.
Who's Joe?
I don't know. AI. I told you. I use AI to
The old name's Joseph. Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay, well, that was one of
That
the
would make
questions. I'm going to start. I
Okay,
gotta
go
get a
ahead.
Head start here. So, where are you from originally?
Born in Arizona.
Arizona.
Phoenix.
And how long did you live there? What was it
Couple of
like?
years. Parents moved me up to West Jordan with the family, right where we lived. My parents still live in my ancestral home where I was raised as a kid.
Ancestral home.
I call it that because it's where I was raised, right? Like they've lived there for decades now, and so it's the home. Yeah.
And
7 kids, 2 parents.
so 2 parents, 7 kids. You're 5 of 7.
I'm the third
That
of
was my
7,
fourth
which
guess.
is not exactly like I'm a twin, identical twin. So he's second, I'm third. Mom and dad meant to have him, and I'm the leftover crap. A joke that's been very funny ever since we were teenagers.
Do you watch like the movie Twins?
No, but that would be funny.
You're like, I'm
I'll-
Danny DeVito.
DeVito. I mean, I broke my kneecap in 6th grade. We were active kids until I went in a wheelchair, and then he was active and I was not, so I became like Porky. That was the nickname for all the time because I was the fat twin. Like it made sense. Not a great childhood memory, but it was childhood.
But it is a childhood memory.
You haven't crossed anything off that's not on your list.
I don't have Porky on here, surprisingly.
That must not be on your Facebook.
What about Idaho? Do you have anything with Idaho in your?
I'm trying to think of what. I've never lived there. I've spent some time in Island Park on vacation with friends.
Never worked in
Oh,
Idaho?
my trainer from the mission field lives in Idaho Falls, Idaho. So I've been up there a few times.
This is what the question says.
This is AI.
This is
I did not fact check the questions.
I drove to
This is great.
it's the other Twin Falls once because I read the signs wrong. Instead of going to Idaho Falls, I went to Twin Falls.
It's an easy mistake.
It was, and I got there and I went to a gas station. I'm like, hey,
You went to
where's
Twin Falls, right?
yeah. I'm like,
Well, as
where's
a
this
twin.
address, and they're like, oh, honey,
Really?
that's 3 hours away. And I was like, but it was 3 hours away when I left Salt Lake. How do you move in like
It's a triangle.
3 hours? Yeah, I'm a
This is the question. You're based in Idaho, small town vibe, big nature. How does living there shape your approach to therapy compared to, say, a big city shrink?
I don't know how the
I've done some things in Idaho. Went to an abandoned haunted house in like an abandoned middle school once.
but never practiced in Idaho.
No, never practiced, never lived, never. Oh, it was a work trip that took me to Idaho the one time when I worked for Intermountain Health. So there was some connection there. Tasha Hospital is in like Idaho. So.
This is so great.
So bad it's good. Not you.
I have a
These
sister that
questions-
lives in Calgary, Canada.
This
And to drive up, you have to go through Idaho and Montana, the 14 hours north. So I spend a lot of time in Idaho, but I'm trying to make connections where
This is like when you get into some like government website and it wants to verify who you are, and it's like, out of all these cars, which ones have you owned? And
yeah.
of all these addresses, and out of all these cats' names,
Yeah.
which one do you like the most? And you're like, I don't remember half these things. Like, I can't even pass my own test. Like, I think I live there. That looks familiar.
Not sure I know my own identity at this point.
Like, maybe I'm a fraud. Maybe I shouldn't be filing taxes. Hey, your turn, Dave.
Okay. Let's see. How do I want to
use?
What's that?
Which AI did you
I
use?
used Grok.
Okay.
I just grabbed the link from your profile and pasted it and said, "Hey, use
Oh,
this
Yeah.
to generate questions."
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
this is what they came up with. You recently graduated with your doctorate in psychology, right?
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Couple of years
2023. Yeah.
So 2 years ago. What made you get into psychology?
I'm smart, capable, worked in marketing, digital marketing, and my younger brother was an addict with opiates, and I didn't know how to help him at all. So I signed up to take some psychology classes so I could ask the psychologist teacher all the questions I had about how to help my brother. And I took a few classes and finally it sinks in, like, you can't help people who won't help themselves, right? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't, it's not my problem to solve. He's doing fine now, just
Okay.
for the record, but that started it, and turned out I actually liked the classes. It was kind of fun. I hadn't studied that before in all my education, so it was nice. It was fun. I kept on doing it, and then COVID hit. I was like, this is a perfect time to study. Like, this is great. I can't see friends or family often. Like, this is really good time to study and learn, and just, yeah, and then I just kept on going.
Was your doctorate was in psychology? Is
Clinical
your
psychology? Yeah.
is your bachelor in something else?
Speech communication, like speech writing.
And then do you have to get a master's along the way to get a bachelor's or a doctorate, or
I got a master's in communication, then a master's MBA in healthcare management, none of which applied. Yeah, I had to do a year of graduate courses in psychology before they'd take me into the program.
They've actually tried to help me get a job with Intermountain back in the day.
You would have been.
Okay,
They would
I have to use-
get you.
I have to use context here, because when he says Dave tried to help me, I was like, I don't remember. I'm like, I get
Our
old,
guest,
I don't remember.
our guest Dave tried to.
Sounds
Dave,
like you are kind, magnanimous. You would do many things for.
Oh, he would. He absolutely would.
Yeah, that fits. Yeah, that's what got me into psychology, and then it turns out it's really fun. I enjoy my job most of the time. It's great. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Dave, what's
What-
your next question?
Oh,
That's a stupid question.
Went out the window. You're just trying to get.
I don't trust him anymore.
First one was bad. We're not even going to do it.
I do want to know what the AI says, though.
Actually, I might have to pick that back up, but that felt good for. I said Jerry Springer already, so I felt like I just needed to do something a little crazy.
Judge Jerry.
Judge Jerry, yeah. What do you do for a living right now?
I work in psychology, so half of it's like testing and evaluation for different
Okay.
mental health conditions or diagnostic things, and the other half is psychotherapy.
Do you work with patients a lot directly,
Yep.
or okay?
Clinical, so
Clinical.
clinic. With psychology, you can be like research at a university or teaching at a university or research in a lab, or sometimes like working for corporations if it's industrial organizational psychology. And I work clinical. I like people.
Do you like all people, or do you just like people in general?
Yeah, I pretty much like all people. Like, I can always find something to like about people. Yeah.
That's a good quality to have. Is it
Especially in a psychologist.
like how do you
Unconditional positive regard is a phrase that they talk about.
Oh.
what does that mean?
Unconditional positive regard. It's different to everyone, but I assume you're doing the best you can.
So it's
I
just
assume
looking
you're
at
doing the best you
people
can.
and assuming the best
Yeah.
instead of assuming the worst, which I think is more
Yeah.
natural.
Assuming good intent.
Yeah.
All of those things. Plus, by the time someone gets to me, like, I'm not trying to cram anything down someone's throat. They're coming for help, and I'm just trying to get them where they want to be. That's an easy
You don't
way.
have
Yeah.
this is the path that you want everyone to go down.
That doesn't work.
It
Yeah.
doesn't work. It's helping, hearing them out, helping them understand, and helping them be the best version of them
I think that's the fascinating part.
that they want to go.
You'll see 10 depressed people with depression in a day, all of them wildly different. Some depressed people sleep 14 hours a day and they can't get any energy. Some depressed people sleep 4 hours a day and can't have any energy. And it's depression. It just looks different. in
It looks
different
very
people.
different.
So you have to, like, I don't know what you're going through, I need to know. So I ask you all the questions in the world to try and understand you and your context. Yeah, that
So,
matters.
There's a video game I played called Flipping. No, not it wasn't Flipping Death. It was Stick It to the Man.
Okay.
And in the game, you had a hand, and you could go and like read people's minds, and you could
Oh.
control them a little bit.
Ooh.
And there's a therapist in it,
Oh.
and the therapist is like, you read his mind, and he goes, "I don't know what I'm doing." And he said, no matter what they say, I say, "And how does that make you feel?" And so he's sitting there having this conversation, and the guy on the other end's like, "Yeah, no, I don't think that my dad loved me." And he pauses and he goes, "And how does that make you feel?" And he goes, "Horrible." "And how does that make you feel?" "Well, like my dad doesn't love me, and I feel like you're not even listening to me." And how does that? And so that's all that he says. So now with my kids, like this listening and not trying to like solve their problems and stuff, and they say things, I'm like, how does it make you feel? And they know that I'm.
You sounded more authentic there than.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, how does that make you don't even listen.
Is that how it sounds in the video game?
Yeah,
He actually sounds like that.
exactly how the guys make you. Does that make you feel?
That brings up a question that I have for you, Dave. What is the difference between therapy and psychology?
Psychology is the understanding of the human mind, like what it does, how it does things, trying to understand it.
Okay.
And therapy is just the shortened term, I guess, of like psychotherapy.
Oh, so okay. Psychotherapy is
Therapy would be the process of like shifting or changing and adjusting to what you want to be.
okay.
Personality is not permanent. You can be an extrovert. You can build that skill. You can build the skill of being an introvert and listening.
Like a learned extrovert. I've heard people use that phrase.
Yeah, because there's not a diagnostic thing for I'm an extrovert. It's are you comfortable with it or not? You can build the skill. You can get more comfortable, and then you can turn it on when you want to, and don't turn it on when you don't want to.
So therapy
Yeah.
would be the process of getting from one state to another,
yeah,
and psychology would be understanding
yeah,
and studying the mind.
the mind. Yeah.
Okay.
Leading the witness.
Right, different branches of psychology, like behavioral psychology. Like you started with Freud, right, and Jung, and these people who talked a lot about subconscious things and your subconscious ruling you, and you need to understand, and the Oedipus complex, and all the things from Freud that have been not everyone's favorite for a very long time now. That led into like behavioralists, Skinner and the ringing of the bell, with the dogs and the salivating and stuff like that.
Pavlov's.
Or Ghostbusters with the buzzers.
Sorry.
Wait, Ghostbusters
Oh wait,
with
the very
buzzers.
first.
If you reference musicals, I will.
Oh,
absolutely.
in the
There you
very
go,
beginning,
Dave.
he has people hooked up to like shocking machines, and he shows things. And he doesn't like the guy, but he
He's
likes the
testing-
girls, so
he's
he's shocking.
testing-
He's shocking the guy.
He's testing them for like extrasensory perception.
It's something.
They called it aversion therapy back in the day, like showing pictures shock you so that you'd not. Yeah.
What do you have any experience or thoughts on TBRI? Touch. I think it's a.
TBRI.
I'm not sure I know the acronym. Tell me what it stands for.
I think it's trauma-based relationship intervention. My wife, they've been studying it at TCU, so Texas Christian University, for like 20 years. And she was saying that, and I apologize, I'm going to use the wrong words. This is not my area of expertise. I don't know that I have an area of expertise, but this is definitely not it.
That was engineering.
That it would take over. Yeah, I have an engineering degree. That it would it's taking over the cognitive method. Is that the right word?
Maybe cognitive behavioral therapy was after behavioralism type things. Yeah.
Yeah, and so there's a podcast on it. And I was listening to it, and they were talking about how with children, and I think this applies to adults, just making sure their basic needs are met. Like
trust-based relational intervention.
Yes, trust-based.
I know we're not supposed to like fact check in real time or anything, but I
It's fact checking.
Hey,
live.
3 out of 4 acronyms were right. That's overwhelmingly right. It's a C. It gets degrees.
I'm giving myself some points here, Dave. Just so
You're just crossing off a
yeah,
random
nope,
thing.
I'm hearing words and I'm crossing things off.
We're gonna have to fact check your bingo card. Timestamp, like write down when that was discussed. But then it got into I would say a lot of the therapy was very counterintuitive to my Texan upbringing, which was more like I'm going to break your will. Like you're going to go to the corner for 10 hours until you do what I say type thing.
Oh yeah, those things don't generally work. You're
Yeah.
thinking of what they did wrong in the corner. They're wondering why dad hates me. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels very temporary. Like I can make you do this, a fear-based approach versus a love-based approach. And they talked about a lot about just like listening and being present and just being okay in uncomfortable situations.
All of those things are good and healthy for connection.
Yeah.
And it was popular a couple of years ago. Good Inside, this book by Dr. Becky Kennedy, I think, like child psychologist type thing.
This done.
It's called Good Inside. Did you get to a bingo one? Oh, you didn't.
He's writing down the book.
But it's a pretty good book for adults, and because it just assumes you're good inside. Like assume that your kid's throwing a tantrum, but they're good inside.
Yeah.
Assume your partner's throwing a tantrum, but they're good inside too. Like just assume that people are good inside.
Just
And
doing
it
the very
talks
best
much
they
more about,
possibly
like,
can.
Connection is important. Like the attachment that you feel to your caregiver, that you feel safe and comfortable to share anything with them. That's really important in childhood development. It's really important for maturation. It's really important for just being able to breathe when you feel like something's overwhelming. I can tell someone. I don't have to keep it inside. That's nice. That's probably where some of this trust-based comes from.
I do have, this is related. How do you handle hearing hard things from other people and you yourself not soak it up and it be hard for you?
They call it attachment, right? Like, transference. That's the word I was looking for. I used to wear a white shirt and tie when I was doing it. I want people to look at me and be super professional. And 2 or 3 people my very first month are like, "Hey, Bishop, can I get your advice on this?" Oh, sorry. And like, that makes sense. White shirt and tie, LDS people walk into a room where they share their
You're charging 10% of their income.
No, but that's funny. And like they see in me someone else. And sometimes it happens too when somebody is like, I didn't live through your life, so you share this horrible, awful thing, and I don't have an emotional reaction because it didn't happen to me. And so sometimes that's just fine, not a big deal. And every now and then someone will share something and I will see my little brother sitting across from me, not the person who's telling me the story.
Oh, wow.
And in that moment, like, you get used to it and you get this practice and you talk through things with your supervisor when you're training so that in those moments you can ground yourself, come back to yourself, and then keep the focus on the other person so that they get to go through and process it and you don't get taken aside. It's the thing that happens because we're human too.
Right? Yeah, I think that's sometimes hard. At least my perception, people going to therapy sometimes is it's hard for them. They're in such a bad spot. Yeah. It's hard for them to relate that they could talk about things that might drag on you a little bit or hurt you because you're so perfect compared to them.
Only because we don't know, like,
yeah,
everyone's fighting battles we don't know about, right? Like your psychologist across from you has their life perfectly, but they do
that's
not.
What, like, that's the idea though that you get, right? You walk into someone you're seeking help from, you automatically assume they have it. They're doing better than you are.
Yeah.
Right.
They're put together something.
Yeah.
I think
like you're not going to struggle with the same things that I'm coming to you to seek help with, right? That's the thought process when I go into somebody like a therapist.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not always true, right? Like you've got the same imperfections that every human does.
Yeah, in very different, fascinating ways. They make a joke like you get into psychology to fix yourself first because you've got things you're trying to figure out. It's a funny joke, but also sometimes.
To share a personal story, my wife she did BYU Idaho, was online marriage and family studies.
Oh yeah.
Partially because we were in a rocky spot in our marriage.
Yeah.
And it totally makes sense why people would go into that, because if that's the joke, if there's any truth, right? Sure. The greatest truths are told in jest, right? Yeah. Like, so that totally rings true to our scenario, our situation.
Kudos on her for trying to solve a problem. That's not hard to look at your life and say, something's got to change.
Yeah.
I can't keep doing this. This is going to be worth it in 6 months, but right now,
did she make you do her homework?
She asked for help with statistics.
Oh,
because that was part of she had to take a statistics class before research methods.
Yeah.
So that was a prerequisite.
Not that I think she needed your help, just to help kind of rub off some of the stuff
I see
she
what
was
you're
learning.
saying. Like use me as a case study.
Well, because she's like, hey, marriage is kind of rocky. It's probably Dave's fault. I
mean, if the Kama Sutra was on her reading list, she could then you could help her with her homework.
Yeah. One class was sexuality and marriage.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
I mean, inside of like,
It was very good discussions that we had. We actually did have good discussions about like healthy sexuality and healthy sexual behavior in marriage because of that class.
Did you guys talk a lot about the things that she learned?
Yeah, actually, we did.
Yeah.
I always find it fascinating. Like, people will come and talk to their therapist about things they won't talk to their partner about. They no, I couldn't say this to them. I couldn't talk to them about this, and so they just feel in trust and a confidence that it is not leaving the room. I will never see them at a dinner party. I will never shout across the room and be like, "Yo!" Like, that is never happening. I won't even acknowledge you in public unless you acknowledge me first and give me permission to. Like, your confidentiality persists outside the office. Yeah. And I never lose sleep over clients either. They can tell me the worst things on earth. I don't think about it when I go to bed. It doesn't.
It's not that you don't care about them. It's just you can't.
Yeah.
You can't live that. It'll eat you up all day long. Then too, if you carry that
and it wouldn't
with
do
you.
anything.
Yeah.
Or like some people are like, I'm an empath. I feel what you can't, and absorbing other people's emotions is not healthy. It's a sign of like low emotional regulation.
It's like a codependence
Yeah.
type thing.
Something. Yeah. Co-regulation is how kids learn to quiet, right? If your kid's crying, you hold them, you rub their back. They learn to be quiet because you can help them soothe and comfort. As an adult, you get to learn how to do that to yourself. So when you're feeling rage and anger, instead of yelling, you can whisper in their ear and say, be very careful with what you say next, because I'm getting activated right now.
That's my Batman growl. And it's like, my wife's like, don't yell at the kids. I'm like, if you guys don't do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fine.
I'm not.
I didn't yell.
I'm not yelling.
I'm not yelling. You can't talk like Batman either.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
Okay, kids, if you don't do what I say. Which is also.
You sound like Blippy. Kids have watched way too much Blippy. You can't talk like that on this podcast, though.
That is one
That's
of the
forbidden.
challenge intrusive thoughts, is to give it a Miss Piggy voice with Kermit the Frog or a Yoda voice.
Okay.
Like, you dumb fat man. Like, it's hard to take that voice seriously when you hear that. And
Yeah, it
I look in the mirror and I'm like, it doesn't matter if kids call me Porky or siblings or names. It's like, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't do anything because I'm like, Porky the pig. Like, just, yeah.
Why aren't there so many?
Oh, that was great, guys. You should harmonize. I bet you guys would sound great.
We would.
That might be on the outro. Can we can arrange something.
Yeah, let's do it. Dave, we've been talking a lot about your professional experience.
Which is not something you two talk about on the podcast.
No, it's
You
not.
stay
So
away from
that's
it
what,
mostly.
and
Yeah.
that's what AI did to us. So
You know, but I threw away my AI paper.
I did see that, yeah.
Technology except for the technology allowing for the screw that.
we use this for anyway.
I wondered if you'd looked up Twitter, because years ago I
did not look
like
up Twitter.
a tweeter in chief at the FDA, a Center for Tobacco Products, a badly named federal agency, and that's what broke me from Twitter. I'm like, I do it every day for my job. I don't have fun doing it anymore. So like my Twitter's active,
And then
basically
drops
stops.
off.
Like
It's still there.
it's still there.
And it's just
I was like,
inactive.
ooh, if they pulled from that, they would have gotten like a lot of anti-tobacco questions. They
that would have been
gotten a lot-
awesome.
Like anyway, it would have been different.
Let's talk about what Dave likes to do for fun.
Yeah.
What do you like to do for fun?
What do I like to do for fun?
I feel like he just took a deep breath. Like, when do I have
You do
time?
travel a lot, right?
Like
Dave?
your first comment isn't always the first comment you say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause it is. Yeah, I did travel a lot before COVID.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. I didn't get my passport until I was like 29, 30. My sister was getting married in Canada to a Canadian, and I needed a passport to go up there. And so I got my passport. I just hadn't found a reason to travel before age 30 outside of the.
The United
US,
States
like-
so big.
It
that
is.
it's
Yeah, that's
easier.
true.
Like, and then I must have gotten 20 stamps in like 10 years. It was, every new country was fun and fascinating and exciting and different. And yeah, all the best ways.
And the trip to Canada was the gateway?
That was the gateway drug that got me into it. They had different fun money, you know, with the queen on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's kind of plasticky.
$2 like coins.
Got the loonies.
Yeah, yeah. It was, I liked Canada. It's a great place. Yeah.
Okay.
What other countries have you been to?
Gosh, I've been to a whole bunch now, but like I ran with the bulls in Spain. Pamplona, just like Hemingway wrote, and The Sun Also Rises, which was a very boring book to me, but it made Pamplona famous, and ran with the bulls there, and that was fun. And Italy, Greece, France, Britain, Ireland, Scotland, Turkey. That was my first solo trip because I wanted to be daring and go somewhere and stand.
You went to Turkey by yourself?
And it was shortly after one of the bombings. And so it was like 2 weeks.
That doesn't
later,
give us a good time frame.
Okay, I don't remember.
I think they have bombings all the time, don't they?
I mean, you can fact check later because
we don't fact check live.
It was maybe a week or two after I came back where there was a Radiohead party on the streets of Istanbul, and there was a massive stabbing. Like 27 people got stabbed because it was secular during religious something I don't know, to be honest with you, but that would be your time frame. Yeah, I wanted to stand out, and it turns out I look very European, so I didn't really
stand out much in Turkey.
Like everyone's talking to me, and I'm like, they can't tell I'm a foreigner. So I had to go to Thailand, where I stood out.
Thailand, you stand out.
They loved you there, didn't
A
they?
friend who was like 6'8", so no one saw me and looked at me like they just saw the giant.
But that made it easy. You won't get lost in a crowd. You can find the person.
Oh yeah, and I became really good at taking photos because I was like, take a picture of me next to the giant, you know.
6'8"'s pretty tall.
Did you take any selfies when they did that?
Dude, I'm sure I did because that was my personality.
I do that.
Take selfies and smile.
Oh, yep.
And then
You're
switch it down.
you're 6 feet tall, right?
5'10".
I do that.
Honest.
If I'm being honest, the hair puts it 6 feet.
Yeah, my flat top hair.
Yeah,
Almost flat
you're
top.
6
yeah.
feet. 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the selfie thing though all the time to tourists.
It's pretty funny.
Take a picture of us, and then they get this random photo of me.
And what do they always do when they're going through their phone to check out the photo, and they're like, oh, and then they see your photo? What do they do every time?
Sometimes they don't check
Wait a second.
all of them, but
Take a picture. You turn it on yourself and take a selfie,
hit the button.
and then you take their picture.
Yeah, you
Oh
take
my
4 or 5,
gosh.
make sure you get a good shot, and at least in my experience, like
I usually do it first.
oh, and then
Sometimes they just laugh. They're like,
I guess this human moment is great.
like sure of himself on my phone.
Yes, like
It's like a more incognito, like photo bomb, is what it feels like.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'll ask them to tag me on Instagram.
that's funny.
It would be even better if it was like the old school film ones.
Oh yeah,
You get it developed.
turn the whole camera around.
The developed ones.
You're like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah, there's something wrong. Click. And you like flip it around, like just be like, eh.
Pay the money, they ship it off, they get the photos back, and
Yep.
They're so disappointing.
it's my photos.
Hey, who's this naked guy?
I've never taken a naked selfie with somebody's. What's the most exotic place that you've traveled? And after you answer
That's
that,
what do you mean by exotic, right?
Exotic for you.
so outside of typical American culture,
I mean, I went to Cambodia. They have Angkor Wat, right? Like the spiritual grounds of old temples and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. And you said the most exotic, and my favorite thing was some local, probably like, you know, when you come to a thing and one of you has to go forward, and I like stopped and like motioned for the other person, and in a great whatever accent it was, he was like, "Thanks, bro," and I was like, "That's the English he knows is thanks, bro," and I was like, "That's so cool." Like I've never felt more honored to be called bro by someone than when that felt exotic to me.
okay,
All right.
in Russia, like all the words the kids knew, like immediately were swear words.
Oh yeah, the rap
Right.
music, our cultural exports. Yeah.
I don't think it was. I think it's just the movies,
Oh, that would be another good.
right? And so they know. And I remember,
Make my day.
yeah,
yippee-ki-yay, mother.
yeah, I remember the word for. There's a very bad swear word in Russian that sounds like blah. So
Oh.
you don't say blah, 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 because that sounds like a very bad swear word.
Oh.
And the substitute for it is blin, which means pancake.
Oh.
And so Russians would ask me, they'd be like,
That's like the faux cuss word. Lean.
yeah, it's the fake, it's the shoot,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Flip.
Blin. So they'd be like, oh, pancake.
I say
Hey.
Scheisse. I had a brother
Yeah.
German speaking and
Scheisse.
Scheisse. Like Americans laugh. It's funny. It's like, what did you just say? But like Germans cussing, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a substitute cuss word, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they would ask me like, what swear words? Like, tell me some swear words.
Mhm.
I'd be like, okay.
Was this when you were on your mission, or was this?
I was
before?
11.
Okay.
I do it on my mission too. And I'm like, okay, but this is like super bad. And I would say pancake,
Oh.
which was a play on theirs.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you'd be walking down the street like with my sisters and be like, hey, Americans, bleep, 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 pancake. And it spread through the neighborhood like wildfire. It was,
It's got the percussive in it, so it does sound
yeah.
like pancake.
Heck.
Yeah.
Good work, Dave. That's. Did you ever write a story about that in the stool pigeon?
No, that was incognito. I also convinced him Jolly Rancher was a swear word. So pancake, Jolly Rancher. Okay. So that was my yo bro.
That was your yo, bro. That was your cultural export to Russia. Have you been to Russia?
I haven't, no.
Oh,
It's on the list.
Okay.
Have you been
Like
Australia, Korea,
Korea,
Japan?
not Japan. Had flights to China in March of 2020 that got canceled.
Surprisingly, you're like, you don't need to worry about me. I'm not bringing COVID.
2 weeks later, I probably would have been stranded in China.
Yeah.
Like not able to fly back, quarantine somewhere, but they canceled our flight.
Whatever. You would have found a way to like cross over into North Korea, and then you would have found.
You went the other way. I would have gone the Vietnam route. I like Vietnam. That would have been fine.
Listen, Twin Falls, Idaho Falls.
I would have gone. You could have gone the wrong direction. Yeah, that is true.
So, but you've been to Vietnam.
Yeah. A couple
Okay.
of times. Yeah, it's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
You travel by yourself, or is it with family, friends? I mean, Turkey, you said by yourself, but
Almost always with friends. Sometimes by myself. Not really ever with family. You have a different family than I do, but we don't vacation together usually.
are you talking about like your extended family or immediate?
No, immediate family.
Oh.
Like, why would you ruin your vacation taking them along? Deborah, I would take you. She's my favorite. Just
Okay.
and my
There you go,
twin
Deborah.
Daniel, I would probably vacation with you, but the others, like sometimes it's. I mean, my brother did a faux study abroad in Mexico. Like
Faux
study.
Faux study abroad.
he just moved down there to learn Spanish and then got hooked in with the wrong crowd, and we went down to not like get him out of jail or anything, but like to like find him a better place to live, make sure he wasn't.
He was a coyote.
So I did some of those things with like family in Mexico. So I've traveled a bit with them, but no, they, you know, when you like different things, like I love theater. You talked about Thailand last time. And I was like, dude, I've seen Superman in a Thailand like movie
And
theater.
you stood up
'Cause I
and
go
you
to cinema.
did their
I didn't.
national
I wouldn't.
anthem.
Know. But like, it was so cool to see like,
Superman the movie?
yeah, and like a
You're-
Thai
you're
cinema, like years, not
Oh, years ago.
like a different one.
It was like the Brandon Ruth one in
something
2003.
like that.
Superman Returns, yeah.
Something, right? Like maybe it was.
Zack
Sorry, I
Snyder
don't know
one.
my superhero things, but maybe it wasn't a Superman, but Superman was in it. Anyway, it was like, dude, it's so cool that I can see this in a foreign cinema. You know, like
I don't remember what movie we watched there. I just remember my dad being like, "If you don't stand up, they will kill you." I was like, "Meh."
For like the Russian national anthem, or
It's for the anthem. The
For
king
Thai.
for the
Yeah,
king
yeah.
the king wrote it.
which was
oh, you're talking about Thailand. That's right.
as
Yeah.
a foreigner in Thailand, like never felt safer. It was always super kind.
Yeah.
I landed at like 1 a.m. in the morning, sleep deprived from the flights and everything else. I'm trying to find my Airbnb, and it turns out it's owned by someone in Singapore that's like off site, but there's someone on site, and I don't speak their language. They don't speak mine. I'm trying to get to my Airbnb, and at 2 a.m. in Bangkok, there was some construction worker on the street working because it's cooler at night.
Yeah.
And I like hand him my phone. He spoke Chinese and Thai so he could talk to them. And then he could tell like the other construction worker who knew a little bit of English. And they got me to where I was going. Like Thai people are amazingly kind and friendly. They will help a stranger.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Then I slept for like a long time. Yeah.
His depression looks different for everyone.
It does. Yeah.
No, I'm just teasing. I'm sorry.
You probably have seen that in my Facebook if the AI pulled it out.
Once I realized you hadn't lived in Idaho, I couldn't trust anything.
Trust it.
Like, I can't even get that straight.
We tried. I tried. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave.
No, it's fun.
Rock needs to apologize.
How can you get an AI to apologize?
Did I tell you the creepy little side story? We'll get back to the interview.
This is the
Good at these
podcast, though.
It's the podcast. Mason asked me a question, and I was like,
Is that a new AI?
Mason's my son. He's our youngest son. He asked me a question. I was like, ask Alexa. And
Oh, yeah.
and he whispers to me, no, Alexa's stupid. She always gives the wrong answers. And right then, Alexa goes, hello, how may I help you?
I know where you live.
And I was
I
like,
know
oh,
where you sleep.
yeah. And I said, we don't need anything. And then she goes, oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me in a whisper.
It's so creepy.
And tried to add humanity to tech at sometimes.
Yeah, because Mason's whispering bad about her.
Yep.
And she heard it.
Did it
That's
freak
whisper
him out?
mode on Alexa, right? You whisper to it and it'll whisper back.
Yep.
So if you're trying to set an alarm at night, you can set an alarm for 8 hours and then it won't be setting an alarm for 8 hours. You're like, oh, you're going to wake up someone. Like, whispers back. It's a good, sometimes. Yeah.
You sure you need that much sleep? Well, I'm going to doom scroll for another hour. So yes. Yes, I do. Thank you very much. Little judgy. Ooh, I do have a question for you since AI and your profession.
Mm-hmm.
How far off do you think we are before they start doing an Uber, maybe not an Uber, but an AI therapist?
Oh, I still think AI is pretty new. Like it's still figuring out all of its things. And right now, AI likes to give you what you ask for. It likes to please you. And so some people will go to ChatGPT or other places and say, hey, based on everything you know about all of my inquiries, be brutal with me on what I need to do to change my life.
That's so weird.
And then I see them the next week and ChatGPT was brutal.
Was ChatGPT accurate in the things that they needed, but didn't deliver it in a way that they could accept?
Maybe. And that's the nuance of therapy. Like, you can't go 12 steps ahead of them. You have to go to what their next step is. You have to know where their motivation is so you can nudge them where they already want to go.
Well, and you don't have like a predefined path for them. It's like you're probably choosing between good and better
right. And
a lot of the time.
like there's so many different kinds and things of depression. Like if it was just a chemical thing and it's not, like they could just give you a pill and you're fine. But if you've got an eviction notice on your front door, you can get prescribed all the antidepressants you want. You're not, nothing's going to.
It's not going to make
really
the eviction
change.
go away.
Like,
You're still going to get evicted.
So we talk a lot about the biopsychosocial of life. Like your environment matters, your relationship matters, your habits, your hobbies, your sleep, nutrition, sex, laughter, friendship, all of those things matter. And to fix a depression isn't as easy to say, oh, just go through this workbook. That doesn't work if that's not the answer for what it is. It's,
I theorize, and we should monetize this in exchange for our souls, that they will launch it.
Who's they?
Somebody.
It's like you can go on. They have, I don't know, everyone's trying to do something like this, right? And so you'll see therapy bots and they'll go in and they're like, it sounds like what you need to do is this. What about this? And some of those large language learning models are pulling from good data, good sources, good information, but it's hard to dial in with what you need and what you don't need. Because one of the first things you do when somebody comes to therapy is you watch how they walk in the room.
Yeah.
You can tell a mood by if they're anxious and they're holding it in their shoulders. You can see the tension.
The AI doesn't read that well, the
And it
body language
doesn't
well.
get the context of things.
And so
yeah.
I think that they will launch it, and it sounds like they have. I think that it will be scary because I don't think it will necessarily be good therapy. It will be therapy that will make people want to keep coming back.
Maybe.
And
That's
that's not the goal of therapy, but if you're a business, that's a goal of an app, right?
Yeah.
That's a goal of this channel. Come back next time.
Before there was a Spanish company, like Cutting Edge, who would like record people so that they could create like an avatar of you, and then they'd put on a headset and basically you'd be talking, they'd fed in like a whole bunch of Freudian phrases or questions like, tell me, how does that make you feel? Like you talked about earlier, like, but in virtual reality, you were your own therapist. They created an avatar of you.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
you heard yourself giving yourself questions and advice in your own
I think I
voice.
need therapy from that.
You might, but more than that, it's this, at least the experiences I read about from it, it's this thing where all of a sudden it's easier to just hear yourself be your own coach, your own advisor, your own best friend, to like
Yeah.
think good thoughts about yourself. To
Yeah.
You're
be
biased on this because you have an identical twin.
Oh, right. 'Cause I don't know how you singles like grow up. It's weird. I
Singles.
always had someone to pitch a
He's a
ball
$2
to.
bill over
Always
here.
had someone
Singles.
to, like rebound in basketball. I always had someone to be player 2 in a video. Like,
Yeah.
Mario Luigi.
Equal or similar skill set too, right?
very similar, right? Like,
Well, and I think it's good for like sharpening your social skills with a sibling that close. Like for me, it was my brother. He's a couple years younger than me.
yeah.
Affectionately referred to as Uncle Slacker for
Oh, yeah.
my children.
It's an endearing term, actually.
He thinks he's Uncle Slacker, but I've brought way too many nieces and nephews over on my side for that.
The
supply.
endearment that you say that phrase with to him, like you can feel the deep love that you have for Uncle Slacker.
Deep love.
Um,
But it was always like Mario, Luigi, where we could play together. We'd fight and punch each other, and we're still friends. Right?
He'd sometimes
And-
fight and push his head into the wall, and he'd chase after you, and you'd go up to your mom's room and say, "Mommy, mommy, he's after me again." And then your mom would hit
It's all
your
his
brother
fault.
and get the broom and take him to the front yard, and then you'd feel bad because you knew why he was after you, but you lied to your mom. Is that what you were gonna say?
I will tell you, I did this once.
Oh, just me.
I see it all the time.
One time, me and him were just fighting. I don't know. It was in the morning. I don't even know what we're fighting about.
Yeah.
But it was like if we didn't do our chore, we didn't go to school.
Oh.
My mom wouldn't give us a ride to school. We'd be late. And if we were late, then you get a punishment at school. And so, I didn't want that.
You're talking Russian punishment?
No, this was Texan punishment, but they're not too different. This one has a yeehaw. So I went to go start unloading the dishwasher, and there's this pot in there. And I thought to myself, I felt like he had hit me more than I'd hit him, and I'm going to get him back.
Yeah.
So I
With
walk
the
up.
pot, Dave.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
I
Like
walk
your
up with the
7-year-old,
pot.
10-year-old brain, yeah.
I was like 10. And I had the pot behind my legs.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Jacob, I feel bad about the fight. I feel like maybe I hit you more than you hit me.
Aww.
And why don't you just take one good swing?
Mhm.
And so he's like, okay. And he goes to like kick me probably there.
Yeah.
And I just put the pot out real quick, and he kicked the pot barefoot.
Mm.
He's hopping around on one foot. This is like
The expression on your face screams glee, but I'm not sure I'm reading that right. Guilty glee?
guiltily. It's like Jacob's not a dumb guy, but it makes me feel like I'm picking on somebody who doesn't have all the marbles.
Yeah, he's not an engineer, that's for sure.
He's not an engineer. And
That's not
as the older brother, like in this at this point in our lives, I wouldn't be able to trick him with something like that. But
Mhm.
having that just a little bit older, a little bit wiser, being able to play those tricks on your younger brother,
Like 8 to 10 years old, it doesn't seem like a big difference.
it is.
That's a fourth of your, like,
Yeah.
that's a long time in child development years. Yeah.
So with you having a
Yeah.
twin, was that hard to like be able to one up, or
Don't really know a difference though, right? Like, right,
like is there competition that
so-
you would have with like the 2-3 year difference in siblings? Is it different?
There was a 6-year gap after the twins, because twins, you know?
Sure.
And then 4
Yeah.
more kids. So, like, there was
keep the average.
3 older kids and 4 younger kids. So, like, I had an older sister that was a couple years older. Sister different than brother, but I don't know. It's a good question.
how close were you and your brother to the next oldest?
She was 2 years older.
2
Stephanie.
years.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were doing every 2 years, and then these guys came.
And they got
And then
twins.
it's like, that's
Yeah.
And you guys are identical, right?
Yep.
Not fraternal.
When we weigh the same, we look the same. That's the adult joke, yeah. Like,
My favorite thing, my mom, she did adoptions, and she remembers she was talking to somebody, and they were talking about twins, and it was a boy and a girl, and they're like, "Are they identical
Yeah.
or fraternal?" And she was like, "It's a boy and a girl,
Yeah.
but not identical."
People just say things they don't know what they're saying. Yeah. I mean, the twin joke that I don't like saying, but it's always funny for me is like when someone says, "Oh, I'm a twin too," and I say, "Oh, are you identical or retarded?" Because identicals obviously are better than fraternals. I know.
You said the R word.
I know, but it's
a good word.
in that context, it makes a funny joke. I was like,
Yep.
I know.
Well, there's one R word we don't use on this podcast, right? I don't remember what R word we talked
Racist?
about.
No, you're pretty like casually racist.
Yeah, pretty cat. Yes. Yeah, no, that's true.
We just want one black Dave
At some point.
because we believe in diversity.
Yes, and I do love the phrasing of diversity. I smile every time you say it. We were talking before the podcast, like I've never met you before. Like I've known you for years and looked up to you and you're all sorts of different ways, but I don't know you.
Yeah.
But I've listened to 20 hours of your voice, your stories. I feel like your high school journalism career, living in Nevada, getting the ACLU, and like
that story blew my mind.
listening to like your first marriage and being
that was
open and
hard.
honest with difficult conversations of things that you don't want to talk about, but sometimes feel like you want to talk about it too.
I feel like I'm meeting with my therapist.
I know you. And
I've never met with him.
I'm a stranger to you. You're like, who was this dude? How does he know so much about my life? Is he stalking me? Does he know where I live too? Here in Virginia City?
He knows where we
This is actually a very surreal experience because I just meet people naturally and we get to know each other
Yeah.
together. But walking in the room, and you look familiar to me, and like you said, yeah, I was like, I think I did see you on TV singing
in general conference.
Quit now. Like,
Wait, 1-800-QUIT now.
it's the help you quit smoking hotline.
Oh, when you worked for the
Yeah, the Utah
maybe I saw you there when I was not,
tobacco prevention and control program.
but
Among the best jobs I've ever had with the best coworkers I've ever had. I had no clue how spoiled I was to enjoy all of my coworkers on a regular basis.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a good time.
good coworkers makes a big difference.
It does. Makes you.
Culture.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's what drew me into IT was the people. It wasn't really the work or even really the pay. Of course, the pay was a perk.
Yeah.
But going into IT, it was the team that kept me there. We would always play pranks on each other. We would go mountain biking together. We'd set up movie nights. We'd work late in the night doing like live rollouts.
Yeah.
When so yeah, it was absolutely the culture of the people that brought me into that field, and then I decided to leave.
I feel like CrossFit, like shared suffering, holds people together.
Oh yeah,
CrossFit's a great place for shared suffering. But you're talking about the same thing inside of work. Like when you finish running with someone or going on a mountain bike trail in Mississippi, or
oh yeah, yeah.
you get bonded to people when you suffer together with them. Your mission companions, you might not have even liked them, but you've been through stuff together, so you feel connected sometimes.
Yeah.
There's 2 weeks in my mission journal that all it says is, I haven't seen the sun X number of days. That's all I wrote because it was so bad. I do feel bonded with that one guy. What's his name? No, I know. Mark Lyman.
Feel very close to that.
I mean, we ate ketchup and crackers. There's no electricity.
What? Ketchup and
It was raining. It was dark.
What part of Russia was this?
The whole bad part.
You
This
can't
was Marx. Marx.
Marks. Oh, okay.
It was dark.
Is it like north part of Russia?
It's south.
South? Why was there? It was just raining so much. Like the Pacific Northwest didn't see the sun.
I don't know.
Chernobyl sky.
Chernobyl sky.
We angered God, and he
I
blotted
read something
out the sun.
interesting about Chernobyl. There's a fungus that's growing there.
Oh,
It's feeding off the radiation.
it's adapting to the environment.
Yeah.
Probably the cure for cancer.
So they're calling it something like radiosynthesis instead of photosynthesis. So it's getting its energy from the radiation rather than the photons from the sun.
Oh, that's so interesting.
So yeah, they found fungus growing in Chernobyl.
There's a quote from Jurassic Park, like life will find
a way.
a way.
And it has. Crazy.
Okay, big pivot.
Big
Just
pivot,
to help
yes.
here. What is one thing that you came here and you wanted to talk about? Was there anything that you were like, man, I really want to share this part of my life, or I want to talk about these things? The follow-up question is, what's one thing you didn't want to talk about?
Work. Like I thought about a lot of things on the way here because I'm like, what are we going to talk about? It's so random. It's not prepared at all. I didn't.
As you can see, Dave,
I didn't get any prep work. I didn't have these discussions.
I don't know if you know this. We don't know what we're doing.
Just the preparation did not go well.
I probably have more things I didn't want to talk about than did. Like, nope, not saying these things publicly, not doing this. Like, that's not going to be on public record for people to listen to or download or see over and over and hear about and call me up and say, I saw it at the 1 hour and 2 minute mark. You said, and I'm like, oh, it's like,
If it wasn't for you kids
On that topic,
you meddling kids.
I don't know if did we talk about my ex-wife commenting on the YouTube?
Oh my gosh, no, I don't think that we talked about this.
No, we didn't. So
you
she might. I don't know if she's listened or watched any other episodes, but
how did it?
it was
she
fine.
fact checked Dave.
She did.
So
What was it?
I think I made some accusation that I suspected her of infidelity.
well, I asked the question and you
Sure.
said you weren't 100% sure.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure.
So she said, first of all, that Dave is in fact a very good dancer. So she fact checked that, which I don't know if I can trust her, but I'll trust her.
Coordinated got the moves for flight.
Second one was she promised she did not cheat.
Yeah.
And then the third thing she said was, and other Dave, your story is nuts.
Yeah.
Well,
Bonkers or something like that.
Bonkers. And I was like,
Yeah. So
yep.
putting things out there on public record for anyone to hear and see, and it gets around.
yeah.
I'm surprised that it made its way all the way to Ohio. It did. Well, we do know there are listeners in Russia and Germany, I think.
Wow.
The Russian ones,
You
I'm
have
trying
good
to figure out if
connections.
they're
That's great.
people I know or if they're still following me.
As soon as we started releasing episodes, people dropped off.
That's when I got the note. But other Dave,
Oh yeah.
beware of the man in Jeep.
Brother Dave. I love the brother Dave.
Everything sounds more ominous in Russian.
Especially if you say their first name. It sounds almost cultish. Brother Dave.
Brother
Oh.
Dave, what did you want to talk about?
Right. If we're going to change anything about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, can we start using names instead
Yes.
of titles? Like Brother Johnson is so formal and disconnected.
No.
Can we say John? Can I ask you for a favor? Like, can we just
Just first
talk
names.
to each other like
No,
people?
I'm okay with brother sister, but we should do first names.
That does sound cultish. Brother John.
But that's how it was like at the beginning.
Sure.
Yes.
It was brother Joseph. Like the
Also, comrades. Love the word comrade. That
yeah,
just
we could do
sounds
comrade
collegial.
Joseph.
I really like the word.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not
Well,
good for the church, but yes.
just in general.
Yeah, I should
Yeah.
have way more comrades and way less friends. Way fewer friends.
I like you just talked about ward splitting stakes, districting boundaries, backyards. Good idea. Cut through backyards, not across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
If we're gonna connect with our neighbors again, because wards used to be 3 streets. It was easy to know your neighbor. You lived together, worked together, did things together, and that's not always the case now. It's usually more spread out, so you don't see them
Yeah.
at the same school. You don't see them at the same post office. You don't. We need things that connect us. You talk about being in a massive ward now, or was that the other dude? Or
The
you
other
barely
guy
know.
was like
Oh, Tom.
800. They have like
Oh, yeah.
800
He's
people
like,
showing up.
Right? Like I know one person that I can call and hang out with.
Yeah.
That's more than most people in
Yeah.
life. Like if you have that one friend, that person you can call at 2 a.m. for a flat tire, good on you. You have done some good work to keep a good friend in your life. We all need those people though.
Yeah.
We all know those people where we can say, hey, I just did something dumb. Can I talk to you about it for a minute? Because in that moment, the other person feels honored that you would ask them most of the time. Like
Yeah.
they feel a deep connection when you share with them.
Yeah.
They do. It's an honor. It's not so much bearing one another's burdens. It's an honor most of the time. Yeah.
I talking to somebody who one of my coworkers moved to a small town,
Mm-hmm.
and he was
In
talking
Idaho
about
or somewhere else?
Iowa. It's Iowa.
Iowa.
Yeah. And he was saying his wife, they have a couple kids, wife's pregnant, they're like getting the house fixed up and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's hard for his wife, like she doesn't have any friends.
Oh, the social connections, and
Yeah.
the supports, and the just.
And I thought
Community
about
around
that,
you.
and I was like, you know, going to a church, going to work, like physically going into work and making friends there that you would hang out with after work.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
where do you meet people when you move? And I talked to my wife, and I was like, hey, what do you think about this? And she said, oh, she could meet like other moms at like a reading group at the library.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't think these people read in this part of Iowa. And so I tell him that exact thing. I say, hey, my wife mentioned this. And he's like, people don't read in Iowa. He literally said the same thing. I was like, well, no wonder you're not making any friends with that attitude. Judgy.
You find interests, things that you care about, hobbies.
Yeah.
Religion sometimes for many people, social groups.
I would say Facebook groups has been something that is a positive, I think, of social media. That's right. Like,
Oh yeah, if you want to feel connected to people, join the New York Times Cooking on Facebook.
oh, okay.
They only talk about cooking, and it is this sacred space of delight.
Really?
People will help you with recipes. They'll identify things in your kitchen you don't know what they're used for. Like it is the most friendly cooking community you'll ever find. The
New York
Cooking.
Times cooking community on Facebook.
It's amazing.
Okay.
Social media can be really good for connecting people with hobbies and interests.
Yeah.
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 It
There's
has
like
positive and negative.
there's
People
hiking
use it for
groups. Right. True. But like if you're looking for similar hobbies,
Yeah.
like there's like a hiking group, local hiking group.
Yeah.
There's I connected with some motorcyclists on Facebook.
He's in a motorcycle gang.
What'd you say?
Dave's in a motorcycle gang.
I'm not in a motorcycle gang. Connected with more mountain bikers. Like, yeah, there's people, drone enthusiasts.
Adam Grant's the psychologist. He talks about social media. He says, don't let it tell you what you want to see. Like, don't open up Facebook unless you know what you want to do on Facebook. Like, if you're looking for chip drop, like spare wood chips, like, know why you're
Go with
pulling it up.
purpose.
Like, if you want to look up TikTok, great. But no, if you want to look at red pandas eating grapes, because if you got my TikTok, you would know how much I love the red pandas eating grapes or strawberries. Or
They're so cute.
yeah, the quokkas down in Australia. Oh, absolutely love my animals on TikTok. And if I need to relax, that's a great place to go in and type in strawberries, capybara, watermelon, like see what comes up. That's helpful.
You a big fan of Z.E. Frank's commentary with animal footage?
I don't even know Z. Franks.
Z.E. Frank. He takes stock images of different animals.
Yeah.
He does like 5-6 minutes. He talks like Morgan Freeman.
Oh,
So it's like the life of a, I can't even do justice for it, but he sounds like Morgan Freeman, and they are entirely inappropriate. There's always like, and their link is this long, and
just giving
random
animal facts.
That may not be the space you're looking for on TikTok. Dave.
No, it is. The grasshopper one is hilarious.
Yeah.
And
If you're looking for
he
humor.
stopped. He had millions of views. He stopped for a couple years, then he came back, and he's doing. I think he has like some advertisement and stuff, but it's just stock videos and then just really creative writing, 5-6 minutes, and they're real facts about real animals. And he shows funny videos, and you're like, this is ridiculous.
Yep. Social media is great for connecting people around. If you've been on TikTok, do you know of the We Do Not Care Club? I Am Melanie. It's for perimenopausal and menopausal women.
Okay.
It's among my favorite groups to just listen to what they're saying because it's so full of self-kindness and self-compassion that just says, yeah, I've got 2 glasses on my head. We do not care. If you come into our house, we do not care if it is dirty. We are not cleaning it up for you. Today was a rough day. Like, it's just saying we do not care what your expectations are. I get to live my life the way I want to.
Yeah.
And if I'm going through a hard time, you don't judge me all you want. I don't care. Like, I do not care. Yeah. Go there on TikTok. The We Do Not Care Club. I Am Melanie is the...
I Am Melanie.
Do not care.
We do not care. We do not care.
Getting back to like good friends, I told my wife, I said, I think I'd just sit on a bench downtown with a sign that says, I need 2 friends taking applicants.
We ought to try
every Saturday and just be like, I only need like 2 good friends. If I moved into a new town, 2. I think 2 is good enough.
2 good friends.
We talked about this on the podcast before, like my best friend growing up, Alan Michaelis, still I consider my best friend, even if we don't talk for months, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have his birthday present still at my house. His birthday was in May. It's just sitting there wrapped and on the shelf, ready for when I see him the next time.
I hope it's not something that spoils.
If we were to meet today in like our lives, we probably wouldn't be friends. Like, he lives in the world of accounting and finance. I live in the world of like marketing before and therapy.
Yeah.
Now, like, we don't have a lot of shared things in common that we do now, but my best friend, we have time together. We have shared interests. We have shared stories. And whenever I see or think of him or dream of these random high school dreams or whatever, like, to see him is always a good day. Yeah. Sometimes we can make friends with people just by being open to it, because we don't have to have a lot in common to be friends or to be nice. And how many neighbors do you not know really at all, but you wave and smile and you're friendly and you're cordial and invite them over for dinner? My gosh, you'll hear some good stories, right?
So you know more about you probably know more about the podcast than I do. Did I talk on the podcast about an older man in my neighborhood at church?
I don't know.
If I start this, I'm in a short.
Are you talking about the notes? Or are you talking about
put out there, Dave? I'll share this with you. And so he's an older guy. He knows this because I told it to him outside of the podcast. If I've talked about it already, you can cut me off. But I walked by him at church and he's like, "Hey, neighbor." And I go, "Where do you live?" And he's like, "Well, I live right over here." And it was like 1 block away from my. Okay.
Yeah.
And I go, "You're my neighbor on another block. You're like, you're so far away." I mean, it's like, I don't know.
This man, my neighbor, like, that's
and he starts laughing and he's like, "Why don't you ever say hi to me?" And I said, "I'm going to be honest with you.
I have no idea who you are."
No, I said, "It's because you're old."
Oh.
And I said, "You're just living a different chapter of life than I am. And I just naturally am gravitating toward people in similar chapters of life. Yeah. But my kids are looking for more grandparents in their lives. So if you and your wife want to be grandparents to them, like, yeah." And he starts laughing because it was such a blunt, like, rude answer. Like, "Sorry, you're just too old for me."
This is why we suspect Dave is on the spectrum.
We'll get to that.
Okay. I didn't know we were going to get to that.
No, I have a question for him.
Oh, okay.
Related to that.
You're not on the spectrum, but everyone's on the spectrum, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you have to cross the line and then you get diagnosed, but plenty of people, like everyone's on a spectrum of anxiety. Like, there's healthy.
Autistic
there's
level 0.5. And then we were going to wanted him to come over, but then COVID happened and then his wife passed away. He ended up passing away. But after that, like, the ice broke and it was every week I'd see him at church. If I saw him, I knew him now. And he kind of forced the issue, but I think it's really easy to kind of get caught in your world and not pay attention to other people. I think church is a good place that brings people together that you might not see.
Yeah.
Because literally a block away, if you didn't go to church, you might not know them. Yeah. If you're not walking or playing ball with them or pickleball or your kids or friends or some sort of bonding.
If there's not a connection, if you don't see each other, like, proximity matters, like, just frequency of it matters.
Yeah. I mean, he was on another block. I didn't see him.
Yeah.
The thing I love about old people being involved in everyone's life is that they have the perspective.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The
Right.
wisdom.
They just have the perspective when people really, a lot of people were rather frustrated at the last election, right? And they're like, I don't know what the world's coming to. What's going to happen? Like the attempted assassination, while it was still not decided who was, like, all of those things are pretty distressing to a lot of people.
Sure.
But if you asked an old person what happens when the president gets assassinated, they can tell you they lived through it.
Yeah.
The line of succession works fine. Everything happens fine. We don't descend into World War III. Everything is okay. What about if your president leaves office? Yes, they
that
know
happens.
it.
Yeah.
That's happened. They've lived through it. They can tell you what's happened.
There's a gate.
They have the
They can
perspective.
share it.
Yeah.
Any gate. Watergate.
Yeah. Like
I did not inhale. And we lived.
We all survived.
Right. They have the perspective that sometimes we don't. Like when you get broken up with as a 15 or 16, 17-year-old and your world is shattered and you'll never love again. Like they have perspective. They understand these things. But when you're in the midst of it, it's hard to see that.
Yeah. You don't want to listen to that.
Perspective. Yeah.
You don't want to listen to that. And I don't know if I shared this when we talked about dating, but boy, my friends and family did not want me to be with Val. And they were open about it, and I ended up shutting all of them out of my lives. I lost a lot of friends temporarily, but
Yeah.
lost contact with a lot of friends because of that relationship. And then when it ended, it was like, man, I'm just going to go back to doing what I was doing before because I was happy.
Yeah.
I think they need a feature on dating apps that the person can check a box and say, I don't want to see any people in my queue or whatever pool unless they've been pre-screened by these people.
Oh, that would be interesting.
And so you could pick like your parents or like friends and be like, hey, I make bad choices. Just pre-screen these people. So these are pre-screened.
Yeah.
This person
They've
going to
been-
be good for me or not?
Yeah, you're like looking
You
there.
look-
It's like, no.
I don't know if you ever did it with dating apps, but like when you do give it to a friend that says, hey, will you just swipe left or right on a whole bunch of people for me? Like, because you get tired on the dating apps. They're exhausting, right? But if you give it to a friend, they look with different eyes at different things. And then you're like, how did I match with this person? You're like, oh, my friend matched me. I wonder what they saw that I didn't. And then you're a little bit curious and you might actually entertain someone that would be a really good fit for you. But you don't know that because we don't know people until the 5th, 6th, 8th date. So we have to get past the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, the awkward, interesting, the ones where we lie to each other and everything's great and the world's fantastic. And I love that movie too. I play tennis too. Like we have so much in common. Like by that 8th date, you're like, I like to be in bed at 10. So no, let's not do dinner at 9 anymore. Oh,
I like ice cream, but not at 11:30.
we joked about like marriage and family therapy
Yeah.
sutra earlier, but like inside of like, we don't know other people's lived experience. If your wife starts like nuzzling your ear and that reminds you of your dog when you were 6 years old, she needs to know that. Like you have to be comfortable saying, actually, that reminds me of my dog when I was a kid. That's a pretty big turnoff because
I like that. It reminds me of my dog.
Right?
Sicko.
And that's a hard thing when you're in this like intimate thing where you're like, actually, I don't like that. I do like this though. Like that's hard.
That is hard.
A few times to share what you
Laura and I have been married almost
Connect
10 years, and I feel
yeah.
like we're still learning
Yeah.
each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
And it's new and fun.
Yeah.
But I often think about that, like, what date do you talk about things that are just really hard? And I
Right.
don't feel like it's date one.
It was like
Some of
date
them,
number
we don't
2
do
for
that.
me and Sheena.
We don't hide things from other people, but we don't force them. Like
Yeah.
a first date, they don't need to know how much you make. That's not important on a first date, even if they're curious. Like 10th date, we should know some about each other's finances to see if we're on the same page or if we need to adjust somewhere. 50 dates in, you should definitely understand
Yeah.
where we plan on spending our holidays.
Is there a
together
dating
apart.
book that is there a book that says these are the conversations you should have by this amount of time? And maybe that's a fun date to sit there and open up the chapter and say, hey, we've known each other for a month.
Yeah.
And these are things that most people within a month, if they haven't just spent the whole time kissing,
Yeah.
have actually talked about.
I mean, there's different paths you can take to get there, right? And the natural path is always the best, whatever, however it is. Like if you meet on soccer team, you might know each other very well before you even go on a first date.
Well, because you became friends and acquaintances before.
Yeah.
Which is something I would say with Laura and I, and I would say online dating made it easier. Talking, writing, then chatting on the phone and video chatting. Like we did that for probably a good solid 6 weeks before we met.
Which probably meant your first date was a little bit more comfortable than just blind.
First date was awesome because when I saw her, first of all, she was not a 6-foot Tongan man, which I was terrified.
That's
catfish,
good. Yeah.
right? I was like, oh, I'm going to be catfish. I've been talking to somebody. I think it's her. And I came up and I gave her a hug and kind of picked her off the ground a little bit, which she was like, you're strong enough to pick me up. That's a good sign, right?
She was after the bear, yeah.
And then within, we went out, grabbed a bite to eat, and then we went to the theater because she said she really likes theater. I like theater.
Yeah.
Her first husband, not as interested in that. And I was like, dude, it's like 3D movie. It's so easy.
It's like 3D movie.
It's the original 3D movie, man.
Yeah.
And by intermission, like we're holding hands. And I would never want that on a first date when I didn't know the person, because it felt like the physical got in the way of really getting to know them.
Sure.
Versus I knew her, I liked her, and this felt good.
Yeah.
So that helped.
The two things that come to mind, like the Gottmans are pretty big in marriage and family therapy in the world. They have love maps. So you have to know yourself pretty well so that you can share that with other people. This isn't like a quiz because your spouses aren't here to verify or anything, but like, if you're going to pick up I'm looking at Dave right now.
Dave O. The brown Dave.
If you're going to pick up your wife's favorite candy bar at Maverick and you're going to walk in the door and she's going to know that you picked her favorite candy bar, what is it?
It's going to be a Hershey's cookies and cream with a side of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's the second question, is the soda that they would take. Like, if you know your spouse well enough to know those things, that's great. If you know she's having a bad day and you can tell that she's just down, and all of a sudden you're watching Netflix and it's How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and she's like, that's my favorite show. And all of a sudden she's calmer, more relaxed, and she's like, why are you watching this again? Oh, I just like it. But in that moment, you can also say, well, it looked like you were having a bad day and I know you like this movie. Like, that's the intimacy you won't ever get on a first date because they don't know you well enough to do that.
Unless you've been stalking them.
On their Facebook and on their LinkedIn,
I don't want to hear you listened to 20 hours of us. This was the only fair thing we could do.
Totally fair, and I put it as public. Help yourself, right?
Grok was not helpful.
So the Gottmans love maps, you can find them online.
What's it called?
Love maps.
They've got
GOTT.
GOTTMAN.
Love map. That's very interesting.
Yeah, love maps. It's followed up with open-ended questions like, do you know your spouse is like two besties in their life? Do you know their favorite sibling? Right, like all of these things that we sometimes know about our partner, but sometimes we forget we know these things.
That is hilarious because I asked my wife today. I said, and we're not planning on moving, but I said, if we did move, we've always talked about like maybe getting some land, we're going to sourdough, milk goats, whatever. Right. And I said, I think it'd be,
open space.
We're just one step away from a cult. Anyway, so get some land. And I'm like, it'd be nice to go with like another family or like either friend who has a family,
your neighbor, something.
Yeah. Like, hey, let's go together. Let's go get some land. And then you kind of have some built-in community.
Quality of life goes up living closer to friends and family, people you like.
Yeah. And it's like a guaranteed compound.
It has a connotation, but that would be a great thing to live next to people you like.
And I asked her, I said, who in your family would you choose?
Yeah.
And she immediately blurted out, and it was the same sibling that I thought of. And then I said, and what two friends would you pick?
Yeah.
And she picked the people that I would have guessed also.
So Love Maps is great. There's also psychologist that looked up questions to get to know people, and 27 questions that lead to love was a New York Times article. It's in 3 phases, like just like I forget the 3 phases, but one of them is like telling about yourself. One of them is like sharing details about your life. And the third one is like revealing things about you to the third person. Because right, we don't reveal ourselves on a first date. That's weird. That doesn't fit. They think you're weird for doing that. Like,
how would society be different if that did happen, though?
Have you seen the Ricky Gervais movie? Where everybody has to tell the truth.
The invention of the lie, or the invention of lying, or something.
The invention of lying.
Yeah.
It's like,
super
hi, I'm not really interested in this date, but my mom says that I should go with you, and I anticipate it's going to go poorly, but I'm committed to it.
That's an interesting take, because it's definitely got an atheist messaging to it. This guy invents the first lie.
Yeah.
In all of human history, and then he makes up this person that tells him all these things.
Oh.
And because he's the only one that can lie, everyone believes it is true.
Oh.
He writes commandments on pizza boxes.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway.
But it's an interesting concept. But yeah, but yeah, how would society be different if people did give more information on the first date? If people were more open, accepting, and willing to share.
I feel like I'm doing this, and maybe that explains why I had a lot of first dates. This is awkward. Anyway.
Most people have lots of first dates. Like,
yeah.
Right? Like, it's a thing. You can enjoy the other person and have a really good time and not go on a second date because it just didn't
feel right. There wasn't that spark.
Sometimes, right? And sometimes that spark doesn't come until the 6th date. So you have to give it time and space, because I think of like the most attractive things in people I didn't end up with in life, right? Like former people you dated. And there was one time we were going to dinner with my parents. They'd visiting us out in Maryland, and my mom was nervous. Something was going on. I don't know, at the like Chinese restaurant that we were at. The line was too long. It was taking too long, all of the above. And I made some joke. It was supposed to be funny. And in that moment, the person I was dating, I'm not saying their name.
We will not be doxing.
Whispered in my ear and said, "I don't think that's helping." And they said it in a way that was correcting, but encouraging, supportive, and kind, like that.
And sensual.
A little bit, because it was such a turn on to have somebody
whispering in your ear,
be able to see the dynamic and be able to help me in that moment. You won't see that on a first date. That's not a thing that can happen. But on a 20th date,
yeah,
you want to talk about a turn on, like kindness, warmth, empathy.
Yeah.
A gentle touch that can heal. A look that can encourage. Oh, those things are worth it. And you don't get that on a first date. You just can't. Yeah. Give it time, give it space. And right, you're both married, so you get to continue to date your person and get to know them even better. That becomes really nice. Because there will come a time when you'll be at someone's doorstep getting into the house party, and you'll say, "You okay?" "Yeah." "Why would you ask that?" "Well, I know you don't love loud parties, and this is going to be 10 people and it looks like there's 50 inside, and I just wanted to check in because I remember when you were 12 at your aunt's house. Remember that?" And oh my gosh, in that moment, your spouse looks at you like, they know me. Oh, there's no better thing. So just getting to know your person and then letting them know that you know them.
That takes some work.
Yeah.
It takes work.
It does.
Because you get to this point where there are so many things that we're juggling in life, and sometimes that falls off, that intentional continuing to get to know you. And Court, and Dave's great at it. He's shared many things.
You do talk about dates a lot with
He
your
does.
wife.
Yeah. He's.
Oh, as far as like dating.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Have you ever
you're
seen
still dating Laura?
Dharma and Greg?
Yeah, years ago.
And there's an episode where he was like, I can't remember what it was, but he had like an astronaut suit on, and we're like, it's astronaut sex night or something. And she finds out that he has a calendar. And
because she's like a hippie.
Yeah, she's a hippie. So she's like, and so he's trying to like meet her where she's at, which is that things need to be random, and he wants it all to be like planned out.
Yeah.
So you're like, "Oh yeah, Dave, you're doing all these things." I'm like, "Man, I might just be following a spreadsheet. I don't know." I don't know.
That's the wrong way, right? Like, you're talking about just thinking of your person and trying to help them in life. That's what everyone wants in their partner. Like, thank you for thinking of me.
Yeah.
We talked about going on a date to Maddox and looking at the person catty kid or corner. Like,
Yeah.
like you're going on dates, you're spending time together.
Dave wrote it down as a business expense for the podcast. So he went and talked to the black guy.
It's a write-off.
5% of it's a write-off.
Come sit at our table.
Let me chat with my CPA and make sure this is okay.
And for real advice from a tax advisor.
What's the thing you know about your spouse now that you didn't know 5 years ago that you just, you're really glad you know this about them? Like you really appreciate it in them. What is it? What comes to mind?
I think my wife's ADHD. I didn't recognize it. I don't think she did.
Oh.
But now that I see it, and I see it as like a superpower for her. And I also know better how to like treat her when she's in those hyper-focused situations.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Because I know that you're in that, and it's like you don't want to be interrupted. And so she's over there in her creative hyper-focus. And I'm like, here's food. I love you.
Yeah.
I asked her to go.
Because otherwise, I know you're not going to eat because you're going to forget.
Yeah, and then you won't be like happy. But I came up to her and I was like, "Hey, do you want to go on a walk now or in 15 minutes?"
Sure, setting the timelines for tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, 15 minutes. And I was like, I thought you'd say that because that's like what we have to do with Mason is give him a warning to like wind down and prepare for it. Other than that, it feels like she's being ripped away from it.
Yeah.
And so understanding that and learning and then and I know that the love language thing is
made up, but useful.
Controversial. Right. But she really likes the acts of service, but it doesn't matter if she asks me to do something, I'll do anything. It's doing it without being asked.
Yeah,
it doesn't count.
Doing it, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't count instead. So then
that's the emotional labor, right? Like,
yeah.
Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I shouldn't have to tell you that the garbage needs to be taken out. If it's filled, take it out. Like,
no. If the garbage can's full, as a man, I look at it and go, challenge accepted. I'm going to smash this down and see how much more I can fit in here. Like
whoever tops it off, drops it off.
Yeah. The book, and you heard me talking about this, the Fair Play book, that was super helpful with us when it came to that. Having clear division of responsibilities and knowing that when she steps over into something that's clearly mine to help me out, that it's an act of love. Versus we're just two adults and it has to be done, and vice versa. So is it okay if I ask you about your personal like relationships and stuff? We talked about your work and stuff.
I'm sure if you want. Like,
so where are you at with like relationships, family, stuff like that?
Gosh, I moved back from Maryland a few years ago and my family was living in town, most of them, and now they've all scattered. So like my brother, my twin lives in Germany. He's in the army. My sister lives in Calgary. I have a brother in Ohio where my dad was born. Not Iowa, but I'm sure they're great.
What part of Ohio?
I wish I knew. He lives in a German like village in the middle of a town thing. I haven't visited yet, so I don't know exactly where he lives.
Cool.
It's outside of one of the church history sites, but I don't know.
Oh, like Kirtland or something like that?
Sorry, I wish I knew my geography better.
That's okay. That's where my ex is from.
It's a big country.
My other sister lives in Santaquin, Utah, so like a couple hours south of here.
Yonder.
I have a brother that still lives at home with my parents. That's nice. We used to tease him about living at home, but as my parents get older, it's really nice that he lives at home.
For them.
Can help.
Oh, it is so helpful.
Nice to just relieve all of us worrying or thinking. Sometimes it's nice. I'm like, nope, he can handle things too. He's good. I have a brother in Hiram that's up, so like they're pretty scattered. Yeah, it's family.
All right, do you have kids?
I
Married?
don't have kids. Not married. I'm partnered. His name's Kim. Yeah.
So
more good than bad. Yeah.
More good than bad.
That's like most relationships.
Yeah, that's true.
He cooks amazing. And my old dinner group from Bountiful, when I used to be in a dinner group there before I moved to Mill Creek, they come over and he always cooks these meals and they always lavish about it. And there was one dinner group where I was like, Kim has to work, so I'm going to be making dinner.
And they're like, oh,
it's like, I might be late. And I'm like, they never say that when he's cook. Oh, I see. I get it. He cooks amazing things.
where's he from?
Vietnam.
He's from Vietnam.
Yeah, like he cooks very, very well. So like,
Is he like from Vietnam or
yeah,
immigrated over here?
You talk about division of labor, like he cooks amazing. I have no problem cleaning up, doing all of the dishes, all the pots, all the pans, running the 2 dishwashers to make sure all of the above.
Y'all have 2 dishwashers at your place?
Oh, we fancy.
Oh man, I love it.
2 dishwashers. Like my wife cooks. She's so good at cooking, and Sundays especially when we like have all the kids. And I mean, it can give me a lot of dishes.
Yeah.
And so I load the dishwasher, and then I'll sit there and like put on a show and just like wash the dishes.
Yeah, sure.
But this last time it was the whole stovetop. I used it as a drain rack, and like a third of the kitchen table was all these dishes. And I'm like, I don't care, because it's so much better than eating bad food.
Oh yeah.
And she made peanut butter bars yesterday.
Why are they not here?
Why I
Dave?
can't lose weight.
Dave, why are they not here?
Because I don't know if there's any left. Dude, at least half the pan is gone. There's a knife. There's milk in the fridge. I work from home. I'm weak. Everyone's weak. Like, I only ate like 2 bars.
What's your favorite thing that Kim cooks?
Oh my gosh. I love the variety first and foremost. Like variety is amazing.
Okay. Can you pick like your top 3?
I got diagnosed with celiac disease a few years ago. So like no wheat, no barley, no rye, none of those things. So like, he has, Vietnamese cuisine is pretty like white rice, rice noodles, all of the above, like very fine, very kosher when it comes to celiac disease. But he's learned how to make like some like gluten-free focaccia bread and stuff.
Like some xanthan gum and stuff.
Xanthan gum, guar gum.
Yeah.
Some other things using different starches, tapioca flour, like Brazilian roast from tapioca are good. So he's learned some things that, when you crave a food and you can't have it, that it's nice when you can get something close to it. And in those moments, I'm like, that's my favorite thing right now. Just sometimes bread can be so
the baked goods. That's the hard substitute. Laura was trying to not eat baked goods because she's trying different things out for like health reasons. And, you hear people talk about it. Like, I'm not gluten. Maybe I'm gluten intolerant or whatever. So she cuts this out. And then, it made me feel like I was married to an alcoholic, because I would come home and there'd be like a whole loaf of bread gone, crumbs, and she's passed out on the ground. Like, she'd just fall off the wagon so hard. She'd been so good for weeks, right? I'm obviously exaggerating, but she loves baked goods so much that taking that out of her life, and she found that just kind of an intuitive eating model.
That's a good
yeah. So she's like, hey, I know I like this, and I just need to make sure that I'm eating other things and being generally healthy. But she has all those different flours and tried to experiment with it. And she's like, if you are just eating this all the time, you get to a point where it's like, oh, this is still good. And then you eat the real thing and you're like, gosh darn it. It's like, comparison is the thief of joy.
That's a good quote. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I think of when I got diagnosed with celiac, like it sucks, right? All of a sudden you have to shift everything you eat. You have to read labels. Like, it's hard, much better now than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's also in some ways remarkably easy. Someone brings bagels into the office. I don't have to use any willpower to say no, because it's no 100% of the time.
Yeah.
People bring in cookies? No. Muffins?
Easy.
No. Brownies? No. Like, sometimes pharmaceutical sales reps will bring in meals and they'll bring in pizza, and I'm like, bring gluten-free and I'll eat your food. Because
they have like cauliflower crust and things like that.
No, that's very easy. That was, I didn't think it would be that nice, but it's really nice to just be like, no, that's not a temptation. It's always a no. That's not a deal. Yeah. Like, I never drink. Like, I'm not a drinker. Never had alcohol.
Yeah.
But now I can't because I'm celiac, right? Like most of the beers are made with malt and other things. List, and I don't drink anyway.
Is your celiac severe enough that like if you came over to eat at my house and I used a wood cutting board that had, is it that severe?
Like the transference things,
Because
contamination.
We have a friend in the neighborhood and he has celiacs, and I was like, hey, come on over, and he's like, no, I can't.
I can't in the kitchen with anything that's touched.
Yeah, we ended up getting like ice cream that was, he said, he knew it was safe to eat.
Thank goodness, because sometimes they coat the chocolate chips with different things.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so is it severe enough that you have to be very careful about where you go to eat and stuff?
I mean, I am careful, and I tell all the wait staff, like, this isn't a dietary preference. This isn't a diet.
This is allergic.
Not Cafe Rio. What's the other really good one?
Costa Vida.
Costa Vida takes it very seriously when you say
Yeah.
gluten free, and they say dietary or
allergy
disease. Like, and I say celiac, they change their gloves, they prepare it in a separate area. I've never felt more special, and Costa Vida does that. I'm not that like, I don't think contamination being on the same cutting board for me does it, but like an accidental exposure, like I can have diarrhea for days.
Yeah, it's pretty miserable.
Right, like, and I'm great all the time. And then I was eating a cereal that didn't list wheat in the like contaminants. It also didn't list barley, that was one of the ingredients in the cereal. And like the whole day, it was like in between clients, like every hour on the hour, I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm complaining when I get home from work, and Kim's like, well, you must have eaten something. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. And I start going through what I've eaten, and I read the box, and I'm like, no, it doesn't say gluten like on it. It doesn't say wheat. And he's reading and he's like, it says barley right here. And I was like, I read
Is Cheerios good to eat? Like, is Cheerios an okay thing with celiacs? I thought it was.
It depends on the cereal, but I don't know, because I don't eat cereal now.
You don't eat cereal?
But it's the same thing. Like wheat is bad. So, right, like barley, bad. Rye, bad. Malt flavoring inside of things, bad. But corn, fine. So like corn tortillas, just great. Mexican restaurants.
Oh yeah.
Really, really nice. Yes. Indian restaurants without the naan, really great too.
Naan's like, so good.
You can get a lot of foreign cuisine that's really friendly to celiac disease. That's nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Can you?
I still miss pizza.
I hear people talk about this online, and they're like, I can't eat gluten in America, but when I go to Europe, I can eat the bread there. In your travels, did you notice a difference?
I'm just as careful overseas. Like, I
didn't know if when you travel, if you knew you had celiacs at that time,
yeah,
you saw a difference.
I always worry about it when I travel, because I don't speak another language, right? Like, I don't speak French, I don't speak Italian, and so when I go and I'm like, sang lutan, like, is that so like everywhere I went in Paris, the wait staff knew what I was talking about, knew what I could have and what I couldn't have, and helped me through the menu.
That's cool.
That was great. Same thing happened in Greece. I said, oh, I'm gluten, and they're like, oh, okay. You can't have this or this or this, but you can have this, but not with this sauce. I'm like, they know their menus, and they can help you through.
They're very considerate.
The wait staffs are great in the countries I've been to. Yeah, really helpful. Yeah. So
Greece, you went to Greece recently, right? That was pretty.
Yeah, I did.
Was it spring?
It was good. Yeah, spring. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Man, Greece is one place I would love to visit.
Like, the coincidence is just delightful. We go there, and it was Greek Independence Day, and we had no clue. So like, there's parades and kids like marching and saying Santorini, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I didn't
like their 4th of July.
Yeah, like people dressed up as gods and goddesses, and you're just like, this is so cool.
Did you go to Athens and
Athens, Santorini, Meteora?
Okay.
Yeah, a few other places. It was great. I'm trying to think of. I'm just a happy-go-lucky person anyway, but there hasn't been a country that I wouldn't go to a second time. Like, I don't know. It's just nice.
Is Israel?
What's your number? Oh, now you're getting political.
No, I'm just curious,
Dave.
Because look, I'd love to travel to Jerusalem.
I mean, for me, my my parents didn't have a wedding ring when they got married. They met and married in 6 weeks. They eloped to the bishop's house.
Oh, way to
He
go.
got baptized like the night before, and then they eloped to the bishop's house the next day, like met and married in 6 weeks in Arizona. Like, whoa, that's crazy. And so they didn't have a wedding ring, and it wasn't until a couple of years later that my mom got one, and it was red, white, and blue, and they got it when they went to Israel.
Oh, cool.
And so whenever I looked at her wedding ring before it got stolen, and you name it, but like I look at that and I think Israel gave my parents their wedding ring. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
That didn't answer your question on whether or not I want to visit there. I think Jordan's higher on my list because
Jordan,
the cliffs of Petra, like just
Oh
my gosh, like I have loved seeing that in movies for ages. I want to go see that. That
the
would be
Cliffs of
fun.
Petra is at the Indiana Jones.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, or Last Crusade.
I watched a video on like how they think that they did that.
Oh, it's so fast. I would love to see it.
It was very.
So Jordan's on the list. Yeah.
What is your number one country that you haven't been to that you would go to if you could right now? If you say Texas, I'll respect you.
Didn't we look this up? Texas is not.
Texas is the only country that joined the United States.
I didn't fact check that, but that was like early on in the episode.
Yeah,
We're doing fact checking that.
I think of the places I want to go, and it's usually for an animal of some kind. Like I want to go to South Western Australia to visit the quokkas, even though you're not supposed to play or touch them, you know. Like, but I would love.
Can't help it if they want to play or touch.
There's a place in Japan where the deer are very friendly to the humans because it's like a deer village, so you can go like feed the deer in the village, and they're pretty friendly to you. I would love that too. That would be really exciting.
So anything to do with animals.
There's like an orangutan island close to Bali off the coast of Indonesia that you can't stay overnight, I guess. You can just like travel to it during the day and then leave by
So you
barge
could take
on
a
the
day
back.
trip there.
I would love to do that too. That would be really cool and exciting. I don't think I have a preference on like must see. Oh, the Sydney Opera House. I've always wanted to see that. Like just see a concert there.
Surprised
we saw the outside of it when we visited Australia. My favorite animal story in Australia is my mom like trying to take a picture of a bat and it peed on her. Like straight up, like
Is that a
on her.
Oh,
I don't know if she took the picture. This is back when it was, you know, film, right?
yeah.
But she's like, this bat peed on me. I was like,
That's funny.
I've been talking about my favorite.
how does that make you feel?
Terrorism.
I'm sorry.
Sister Deborah was in the kitchen at the ancestral house of my parents, and she was eating something and it had fallen down there. There was a bug. I don't even remember the context exactly. And she said, "Get it off. It's on my boot. It's on my boot." And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Get it off. Get it off." And I was like, "Fine." And so I like start swatting her chest because she had like some food on it. And she was like, "My boot, my boot." And I was like, I heard you wrong. Like I didn't want to. I kept telling
This
you.
is your sister?
Yeah, my sister Deborah. And this moment, like, she is like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, that's what you said.
That's what I heard.
You said. Like, I'm just trying to help.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure my neighbor doesn't listen to the podcast. But if she is, she asked, this is related to what you just described. She asked if me and my wife would be victims for her phlebotomy training. And so I'm over there and I'm just sitting there and she said something about another one of the texts being like, do your boobs ever touch?
Oh.
Like leaning over and stuff. Do they bump into people? And I'm sitting here thinking like, I don't know if that's ever happened to me before. It's not really a situation that I'm usually thinking about. And she's like, no, my boobs are like up here. Like you got some medical condition. You need a different bra, was her response to her coworker, if they're like that far down. And I'm sitting there with my hand like this and she's doing the work and she bends over and her boob lands right in my hand. And I didn't say anything. I was like, we just talked about this. Of course it happened. Like me and Marissa aren't that close of friends that I could say or do anything in that moment other than,
well,
yep,
it's out there now, Dave.
it's out there now, man. I didn't mean to, Marissa. You just put it in my hand.
And you told Laura about this.
in the car. I was like, yeah, she was saying that. And then she just like did it. And I don't think she felt it.
Probably not intentional.
Yeah, it was totally unintentional. I'm like,
That's funny.
Yes, the accidental things it's just life.
Yep.
the accidental groping of people. Boot.
Boot. Yeah, the enunciation would have helped, Deborah. It makes for a great story.
Yes. Yes.
I can just like the shivers that came over me. Like, fine, I'll do what you want.
I don't want to.
Really not what you want.
My sister.
Like, it took her off guard too, and I was like, oh, that's just funny.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Just funny.
I don't have any awkward stories about boobs that I can share.
I mean, we didn't hear the full streaking story.
No, we didn't.
That's correct. Yeah.
Are you asking?
That's weird. Dave, would you like to share your full streaking story?
That's funny. That's what you're saying, and I was going to let him off the hook by switching the subject.
No. You said awkward. I said hold my beer.
Like, it wasn't awkward for me.
Was it awkward for the people that saw it?
So awkward.
Oh.
I don't know you from like teenagers or 20s or other
Yeah,
things.
this
I assume
was-
you've always had a good physique because I see you in CrossFit. Like, you are strong. You are.
Used to be. It's been a while since I've been that strong.
Dave's the eye candy of the podcast.
This is true. Laura confirmed. I am the eye.
Laura
I am the-
confirmed.
No, she did not deny.
She
but I
did
am the
not
eye candy
deny.
of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was pretty awkward for those. It was in high school. No, it was right after high school. And
But
yeah,
it was at the high school.
no, it was not at the high school. It was at somebody's party.
Don't do it at the school grounds. That's felony behavior. Don't do that.
Especially when you're not in high school anymore. That's not what you want to do.
No.
It was homecoming. It was a football game. It was a bet.
There was, yeah. Well,
I made $20. Yeah, there's plenty of bad excuses for bed.
no, I did it on a dare. Somebody was like, "This party's boring. Dave, liven it up.
It was
You
a dare.
You should go streaking through the party." And I was like, all right. So I dropped. I did it with my unders around my ankles.
Oh, did you trip and fall?
No, I didn't. I just
thank
did a couple laps around the kitchen table and stopped right in the very middle and pulled them up.
I think of dumb things I've done on a dare, like when milk curdles at the bottom of it. I made $5 by like chugging curdled milk. And
It's more like a you.
Worth it?
no, it's awful. It's terrible. Rancid milk, like don't.
Yeah.
But I made $5 in that moment. Like, I don't know why that felt like a good enough thing to like
Back
accomplish
then,
this thing. But
Probably could have bought. How old were you?
oh, that was in my 20s. So
Yeah, you probably could have bought 5 gallons of milk with that.
something, right? Like I made $5.
Candy bars were a nickel back then.
Ever done something wildly not you on a dare? Ever put on a different persona and done something?
At the restaurant, this isn't as crazy, but at the restaurant, we would talk in different accents. So pick an accent for the night and see how long you could go until your table called you out on it. We also would have fake name tags. So I wore one that said Horton.
Did you ever get called out on your accent?
My coworker's name is Who. Not WOHO. It's just HHU. I think it was HUU.
Wait, not Hootron.
Yeah, you know him.
You know who?
Yeah.
I went to high school with who?
Yeah. Who and I worked at Ruby River together.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
I forgot to mention
We now
this.
make this connection.
Well, because like I'm friends with him on Facebook, and so it had like mutual friend, and it was like Dave, and I was like, all right. And then I forgot about that. By the way, yeah, we know the same Who.
Oh, all right. Because there's not many of them around.
Yeah.
Is Who Filipino?
No, he's Vietnamese. No,
Laotian?
he's Vietnamese.
Vietnamese? Okay.
Yeah, he's Vietnamese.
Anyway, so he think it'd be funny, so I'd wear my name tag. Hi, my name's Horton. I'll be your server today. And every once in a while, the table would go, so Horton. I said, listen, before the book came out, it was okay. And then he would walk by and he'd be like, "Hey, Horton." I'm like, "I hear you, who?" And they would laugh. So that's probably, I don't know. I do enough embarrassing things without people betting me to do them.
I'm trying to find you on Facebook to see if we have any randos in common.
Oh, see if we have common friends.
You're right, Dave Matthews.
You've got at least one common friend.
But if you're friends with Dave, are you friends with Dave Owens on Facebook?
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook.
So if you go there, then you can find me. It's harder to find me because
you're not public.
No, I am public. It's just there's a lot of Dave.
So many Dave.
There's a lot of Dave Matthews.
Like, there's a lot of Dave Owens too.
Dave's a pretty common name.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
Matthews is pretty common.
Owens with an S at the end?
No.
Just Owen.
No,
right?
just Owen. Yeah.
Okay.
But also when you talk about like embarrassing things, I remember my friend talking to me about this, and him and I have both lived the same number of years of life, and he has a lot of really embarrassing stories. And I'm like, I have come to two conclusions. A, you and I have lived the same number of years, and you have so many more embarrassing stories than I do, that maybe I'm just not aware of the I should be embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave, your friend list is private, so I can't look your friend list to find Dave.
Oh,
That's rude.
That is rude.
I didn't realize that my friend list was private.
The other option was he just is more awkward and he just naturally ends up in more embarrassing situations. Yeah. I think it's the first one. I think it's more you should be embarrassed. I should be embarrassed and I'm not.
Which one is you?
That one, Weber State.
The Poop Gate?
What? The top one right there.
Happy Poop Gate anniversary.
I don't think I posted that.
Poop Gate.
Oh,
that's a different.
That's a different Dave Matthews?
Yeah.
Surprised that there's another Dave Matthews on Facebook.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
The most scandalous thing I put on Facebook, I think, was
Bob Bateman.
Yes, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob and I went to Disneyland when him and Lindy were dating.
Mm-hmm.
I helped Bob propose.
Did you really?
And I helped him ask for her hand in marriage.
Oh.
So how do you know Bob? Like working in psychology?
No, he went to West Jordan High School. Like I was friends with his brother, Brad Bateman. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Bob, when he said he wanted to marry,
he's a good singer. Yeah, he's a good. He's a good singer. At least he was. I don't know.
I met him because I think I sang some through a common friend, and I just got home from a mission, and they were like, "Hey, we're going to Disneyland. We need another person. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Sweet,
nice."
So I didn't like really know the group super well. I'd only been home for like a couple weeks.
But you got to help with the proposal?
So then later on, we're talking, and he's like, "I want to propose," and they love swing dancing.
Oh yeah.
And I know the manager of the swing dancing place in Murray because he advertised
like the Murray Arts Center.
Because he advertised in my newspaper. Because I went dancing there on dates, and I was like, "Hey, dude,
newspaper,
the underground stool pigeon." And so I went and talked to the manager, and they had like prizes that they would do middle of the night. They'd have like a little random raffle.
Yeah, I've been. They had formal on one dance hall, and they had swing stuff or. The other side,
And so at some point in the night, everybody would stop dancing. They would do these drawings. So I remember I took a box. It was like almond extract or something. And I put the ring in it, and then I wrapped it up and I put question marks on it. And I went and talked to them, and no matter what ticket they pulled out, they were going to call her name. And so they call her name for this prize. It's the very last one. And she opens the box up, and it's almond something. And she's allergic. I didn't know.
Oh, no.
And so she's like, "Yay, I got a box of almond something." And the DJ's like
almond roca.
Yeah. She's like, "I think there's something else in the box." And so she opens it up. And as she's there, Bob starts walking up. And she sees the box, the ring, and he gets on one knee, and it was just super cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then when it came time for him to ask for her hand in marriage, me and our mutual friend James, we were like, "We should go find a bunch of cows."
Cows.
Every type of cow you could find at DI.
Oh,
So we found
She an 8 cow.
we had a barn in our
Yeah.
Cow woman.
so if you've seen Johnny Lingo, so and, like,
Uh,
we wore lavas, and
I do not like where this is.
we wore lavas. James doesn't even have a shirt on, but he's Native American. He looks good without his shirt on, and he was the advisor. And so we have all these cows in a bag, and I even found half of a cow. It was like half of a toy.
So she's got like 8.5 cows.
Well, and there's the one line in there. It's like, she's not even worth half a cow. And like pull it out of the bag. So he's like, hello, I am Bobby Lingo. I am here for Lindy Hana. So Mohana, Lindy,
Yes.
Bobby, Johnny.
Yes.
They throw the rug down. The dad sits there and he goes along with this whole thing.
Oh,
And he's like, how many cows? And he's like, 8 cows. And he's like, 1 cow, 2 cow. And he like brings them all out. And then he's like, 9 and 10, just in case you come back 1 year later and say that I ripped you off. Because that's what happens in the story, right?
Yep.
She's worth 10 cow.
Johnny Lingo.
And
right. People can transform if we love them. I'm not sure I love that idea, but it's worth loving people. It's worth giving.
I think
people a
that
chance to change and grow.
people, the as if principle kind of applies that way, where you treat somebody as if, and they will rise to that occasion. So you treat them as if they're worthwhile, and they will that will soak in. It's kind of what I got from that.
Everyone is worthwhile. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's worthwhile, right? But just treat them good. Anyway, so he does this, and it's kind of all comical, and it's videotaped. I don't know where it is. And the dad.
Bob, upload the YouTube. Put it on.
Bob needs
I want to see us to YouTube so we can watch it.
Yeah, and Bob's father-in-law looks at him and says something along the lines of, "Will you take care of her? Will you love her?" And the mood kind of shifted, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah." It was just like a ton of fun, and then life got busy and crazy. So it was probably a couple years ago. I, remarried. We have a house big enough that I feel like we could host. And so I'm like, Bob, I just see your life through Facebook. Like, come over. And he was like, yeah, that sounds really great. And then like, I don't know, a couple hours later, wait a second, are you in like some sort of multi-level marketing? So he came over. I had like a binder. And when dessert came out, I was like, so Bob, how do you like your life? Do you feel like you
want to work part-time hours and
get full-time pay? And he's like, no, Dave. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen him since probably 2 years now. But have you kept in better touch with him than me?
No, not at all. He went to Utah State. Did he do sign language?
Yes. So he
interpreting deaf education.
Interpreting
like
stuff. So he's in special education.
We sang Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in high school, and he was the butcher or the baker. I forget too. Like he was the solos. He's good at singing.
Yeah.
At least was back then.
Yeah, he still is.
Yeah, nice. Good for him.
Well, I think the two of you ought to harmonize something to bring this to a close.
Oh. What's your repertoire? I don't even know.
It's a favorite show tune. Let's hear it.
I don't know.
Oh man! Now
it's very awkward now. It's not on my bingo.
It's not on your bingo card.
It's probably on yours.
It's not.
If you can get us to harmonize, he'll win.
AI did not do me well with.
Oh yeah, who is closest on bingo?
I think I am.
I don't think that I checked.
I told you I was hearing words and I was checking things off.
Did you quote anything from Carl Jung?
Carl Jung. He mentioned Carl Jung.
Gosh, darn it! You mentioned Carl Jung. Okay.
Right at the beginning with Freud and Jung.
Any post-traumatic growth?
Oh, post-traumatic growth. There's not a lot of research around it, like the framework.
Oh, he just said it though.
there's a lot of things that we talk about inside of psychology, and we don't ever talk about the positive because there's a.
You reference positive psychology, though.
That's what I was just going to say. Yeah.
Yeah, you did that. You shared a comedy-related story.
Because we'll talk about post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, all the time, but there's post-traumatic growth. Some people lose a leg and become Paralympians. Some people get fired from a job and reinvent their life. They start the business they always wanted to. Like we can grow after stressful things in life and distressing things.
You talked about self-compassion techniques.
I didn't talk about any techniques, but I did mention self-compassion. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we did when we talked about like getting to know yourself. Like,
You mentioned reading as self-care.
Bibliotherapy.
No, he didn't mention that.
You mentioned reading.
Reading is self-care. They call it bibliotherapy. Like if you have a good therapist trained in it, like they can target books to help you with what you need. So you'll see a character that grows and develop. Like Lion King cinema therapy. You've seen Lion King, right? Like I'm not doing any spoilers, right?
Yes, we've seen Lion King.
Okay. Right. There's a part where
Lion King 2.5, in fact.
Simba's like in danger. His dad comes to help him put him on a
1.5.
cliff. He goes up. He puts his paw on top. Scar lifts it up, throws him down. He gets trampled by the stampede. The stampede ends. Simba goes down and says, "Wake up, Dad, wake up." And in that moment, Scar looks at him and says, "Simba, you killed your father. Run far from the Pride Lands and never come back." And Simba runs. And in our lives, we also have that Scar voice that will lie to us because Simba did not kill his dad.
No.
But in that moment, his uncle, somebody trusted. Lied to him and he ran away.
It was one of the few like shows as a kid that I was like,
Distressing
bite the
that
inside of my cheeks to keep from like crying.
Yeah.
And you know, as like a young man, there's that like macho, you know, hey, we don't cry, whatever. And it was like, it's a cartoon. Like, why am I crying?
And
it's so sad.
Adult, you can see that as like a traumatic event for Simba, right? Like it is. But it also teaches you how to heal from a lot of traumatic things that happen in life. He meets Timon and Pumbaa. They teach him how to laugh, how to tell fart jokes, how to relax in lakes and rivers and just breathe.
Celiac,
be relaxed.
Gluten-free diet.
Great carnivore diets.
It's not carnivore. It's bugivore.
Yeah. And then he meets Nala and Nala reminds him he is who he is. He's not changed. Like, you're still Simba. You're still who you are. Like, this thing has happened, yes, but you're still you. Whether you get an A on a math test or a C, you are still you. You have not changed. Who you are is the same at your core. And then he meets Rafiki. Rafiki hits him over the head and he's like, "Ow, what'd you do that for?" Remember what he says?
Yeah. It's in the past.
It does not matter. It's in the past. That sometimes we can get so fixated on thinking on the past that it's hard for us to move on from things, and it's okay to look forward. And at the moment when he just needs that nudge over the edge, he looks up into the clouds and he has that spiritual experience where he sees his dad and he feels like his dad is cheering him on. And with all of that healing and that support, he just becomes who he's meant to be.
As if principle.
And then he goes back. Treat him who he is, not what's happened to him. Oprah has a book with, I don't remember the other guy's name, Bruce Porter, something. Anyway, it's what happened to you? Tell me what happened to you. Instead of saying, why are you like that? It's much more of a less accusation, more of a curiosity. Like, tell me what happened in your life that made you this way. Cause like we were poor and I'm sure this story happened, but like you go to a checkout stand with 7 kids and your mom, right?
Yeah.
And what do you see at every grocery store as you're about to check out?
The impulse items. Oh, you see candy.
Oh man, that is the worst.
Bubble gum. And I would ask my mom, and she would say, "We don't have money for that." And the next week, I would ask her, "Can I have some baseball cards with bubble gum?" And we don't have money for that. The next time, she would say, "We don't have money for that." And eventually, you stop asking as a kid because you know we don't have money for that. And 20 years later, I'll go through a grocery store checkout, and as soon as I put my items on the conveyor belt, I'll hear that voice that says, "We don't have money for that." Yeah. Except I could buy like 100 Hershey bars and I would be fine. Like that would not break my bank. But sometimes we hear those voices in our head, that Scar voices that aren't telling us the truth. It was true 30 something years ago, but it's not now. So we can see those things, unlearn them, and choose.
Is there a different way that you think your mom could have said that?
She was honest and she was probably frazzled. She has twins. We joke, right? We know what broke my mom. It was the twins.
Yeah, but I mean, not in a judgment way, but just as like a parent. Because I say that to the kids. I'm like, hey, like, that's a lot of money, guys. Like, that's not really something. I'm like, I tell them, I say, look, we can buy that. I'm not going to.
Oh.
Like, It's a different type of torture.
I mean, if you want to keep your kids guessing, give in sometime and say, yeah, you can buy a candy bar, or give them a
But
like
I
keep it under $2. Like,
I tell
say
them when
yes,
we go in the store what the expectation is, and I say, hey, look, we're not here to buy anything you guys want. We're just here to get the groceries. Or I'll go in and I'll say, okay, guys, you got $2 each. Go get whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, so the expectation is there before we go in, because I remember as a kid going in and just like being so sad that I couldn't get a toy or something.
Yeah.
Because the no happened at the toy. But if it was like, hey, this is why we're going to the store. We're just coming here. This is all we're here for, guys. And then if they are talking about the toys, I'm like, wow, that's really nice. Like, would you like to do something to earn that? And I'll help you if you want to meet me halfway. Like, let's save up the money. Let's get that. So I try to give them a lot more like a notice.
Yeah.
Pre-disappointment, I guess.
Right. Like, you're probably doing the best you can.
I know. I was just wondering if there's a better way to say it to be less scarring.
I was called as like primary chorister years ago. And right, like I had just turned 31 going to a family ward. They called me as the primary chorister.
Yeah.
Best calling in the church. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Like, I've never felt so like thrilled to go to church. That was a good calling. And I didn't want to screw up someone else's kid.
Yeah.
And so I asked my friend's dad, who was some kid psychologist in the Midwest, somewhere in Missouri. I was like, I just don't want to screw up someone else's kid. What are the things I should avoid? And he wrote back this really nice thing that just said, just remember they live in a different world, right? They look at kneecaps all day long. They can't always pick up the gallon of milk without making a mess. Like, they can't always reach the door. They can't always do things. The world isn't built for them. So it's very frustrating as a kid. So if we can get rid of that frustration in many different ways, that's really nice. We have to understand it from the kids' world, not ours, right? You said we don't have money for that.
Man, that's hard.
No one under the age of 10 really understands the concept of money anyway. Like, you will trade $1 for 4 quarters because 4 is more than 1. Like the old joke.
I traded dollars for nickels because the nickel was metal. This tricked me.
Right? Like, we think with our child brain sometimes, and we get to update that. But if we can think about it from a kid's point of view, it becomes easier to just see things from their point of view. You can make their whole world just by giving them pancakes on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
If they like pancakes. So just helping when you can.
That's a swear word in Russian.
Give them a candy bar every now and then. Let them know. Give it to them as an assignment. Like, hey, find out your sister's favorite candy bar. We're going to buy one at the store. All of a sudden, she doesn't even get to eat the candy bar, maybe, but she gets to give it to her sister, who gets really happy. And all of a sudden, they get to enable that. Like, that makes them feel good.
I'll take Mason to the candy store and say, hey, we're going to go to the candy store to buy something for mom.
Yeah.
And while we're there, once you pick something out for mom, you can pick something out for yourself for this like $5. But he was there. He loves the candy store, Idle on Main Street. He buys like
what
this
place?
It's
called
like
Idle Isle Candies. Yeah.
Pop candy shop. They do like homemade chocolates and stuff. Yeah. He'll go there and just buy some mass-produced, whatever, overpriced sour spray. He loves it.
Sour spray, sour goo.
But he's looking at like the the freeze-dried taffy. Oh. It's like $8 for a bag of this stuff.
Dude, Dave,
it's so expensive.
My mother-in-law makes it for us. Next time she brings some up, I'll save some for her.
Oh my gosh, it's crack for the kid.
Yeah,
and he has $5. He has $5 is what I've told him, and he's like, "Oh, Dad," I said, "That's $8. You only have 5." And there's these.
What's the kid?
He was 7 at the time.
So he might understand what $5 is or means.
Well, he understands a little bit because I've been giving him money and showing that it translates to items.
Sometimes, yeah.
He has these big blue eyes. He's a pretty cute kid, and he gets stuff. If he meets like random girls at the trampoline park, like teenage girls, they will buy him stuff.
Oh,
guaranteed. I'll just sit here and watch it happen. I'm just following him around. He's making friends. They're buying him stuff. So he's sitting there and he's like, "Oh, Dad." And he's not like whining or being like any sort of like misbehaving. He's just like, "Oh, okay." Next thing you know, there's old ladies giving him money.
Oh, that's nice.
And they're like, "Here, you can go buy this thing." And I'm like, "No, the money. I would buy it for him." Like, darn him and his big blue eyes. He's just going to become a professional beggar now.
Maybe.
and mooch off women.
Our kids,
He's gonna find a cougar.
our
No,
kids
not
have
a
a
cougar,
job.
a sugar
So-
mama.
Our kids have a job, so monetarily, they're learning the value of money,
And how to do hard things.
and how to do hard things. Yeah,
Things we don't want to do. Clean
Yep.
poo from the toilet. Yeah.
it's no, they do garbages at an apartment complex.
Oh yeah, that's a great way.
It's a good job. Like, it's all stairs. There's no elevator, so they're
Yeah.
dragging heavy bags of garbage up and down, and
Yeah.
so they're doing dirty work, but they get paid for it, and
Yeah.
for their ages, they're making good money.
That's great.
Mason
but they're also debating whether or not, they're weighing the cost and cost benefits.
Yeah.
They're doing the cost benefit analysis of what they're wanting to buy. I took
they're
my
a lot
daughter
more
to,
careful with their
they're
money.
way more careful
Yeah.
because they're working for it.
Mm.
I took my 10-year-old to DI because she saw
Mm.
she saw a mini fridge, like desktop mini fridge. You could fit a couple cans of soda in
Yeah,
at
like
DI.
or something. Yeah.
And she's like, I want that. So we went and grabbed her wallet. It was like the next day because we didn't have time to go back that day.
Yeah.
And I took her in and she was like, oh, it's gone. And it was no big deal because she's like, I'll just save up to buy one online or whatever. I'll buy one on Amazon.
Sure.
But we were looking around and she wanted to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
So she bought this like $3 desktop lamp.
Yeah.
And then they have, in the glass case at DI here, they have Stanleys.
Collectibles. Sorry, what's
It's
a
like the
Stanley?
collectible.
It's a vacuum insulated tumbler. And
Vacuum instant, like a rock tumbler.
no, a drink tumbler.
Oh, a Stanley mug.
Stanley.
Yeah. Sorry, I got
These
it.
are glass. These are mugs for white women.
But a couple of years ago,
Yeah, they're all the rage, right?
All the rage, man.
Everyone's got their 40-ounce drink mug. Anyway, she's like, I want to buy myself a Stanley. So she walks and looks over them and
in
looks
the
at the price
collectibles case.
in the collectibles case. And they're like $15. And she's like, $15? I'm going to wait until I get paid to buy that.
Oh,
So, yeah, learning these lessons of like what she really values. Is it worth paying that money for right now, or is it something she wants to buy later? She never bought one. She didn't go back. She doesn't want. She did buy her mini fridge on Amazon, and she loves it.
I mean, I don't want to give you too much credit, right? Because I don't know what's going on with the child development or anything for that child. But you're also teaching them about impulsivity and how to resist it. Like, I can want this right now and choose not to do it.
Yeah.
Like, that is a very mature thing because, right, like as adults, we love to get the last word in an argument. We love to stomp our feet or slam a door. Like, it feels good. Like, we get an adrenaline rush. We get extra testosterone from it. We feel powerful. We feel good. And we know we've not done a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, we know it makes us feel good and we know it's not the thing.
But you
that's
also
gonna
feel
help.
bad.
And in the same way, like, you can break up with someone and cry over it and have an awful weekend and know you've done the right thing.
Yeah.
Like, how we feel inside isn't always a great marker of whether or not it was a good or bad or a right or a wrong thing. It's just how we're feeling, right? Like, I love, like, you read scriptures, right? Like, sometimes it's the same thing you've read over and over. And I loved looking at the scriptures with like a psych lens because it's fascinating. Because Nephi cuts off Laban's head.
Yeah.
Heads bleed. And then he put his clothing on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then he had to disguise his voice and lie to the servant and steal and sneak out at night and then
You might have
try
been
and
disassociating.
right. Like, I don't know, and it doesn't say that he had night terrors from it or that he thought about it all those years. He says, I know I followed the spirit, but I also know I cut a head off. Like,
yeah.
there were times when he would probably dream nightmare about it, like how he suffered for his sanity just because he did the right thing. We can do the right thing and be protected like Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, like not burn in the fiery furnace. That's great. And you can do the right thing and burn at the bloody stake like Abednego, and have your flesh fall from your skin from fire. And I did the right thing. This isn't fair. I did the right thing.
Yeah.
That's a hard lesson to learn in life so that she can say, no, I don't need the Stanley mug. It's not worth 5 flights of stairs with garbage. I'm not doing
It's
that.
the marshmallow experiment is what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Marshmallow.
Can you wait? And then correlating that people that are able to wait typically have
gratification.
delayed gratification, have more success in life because they can go, hey, yes, I really want this now, but I'll do the right thing, and there's a benefit to waiting
Yeah.
for later.
We talked about behaviorism earlier, like ringing the bell, the dog salivating. Right? They also did the example where they rang the bell, waited 10 minutes, and then fed the dog. Rang the bell, waited 10 minutes, and fed the dog. And this one never made that same connection because it wasn't connected to what had happened. It was just a bell ringing, and then he got food. Like there's no connection to it.
It's too
So,
far apart.
Yeah, if we can make it closer to the time of action, this breaks in like adults, we get paid, right? Like you work for 2 weeks, it gets delayed by a week, it gets direct deposited, you don't see any cash, it
You're
gets
getting
taxes
it
taken,
paid, like handed
goes
money
to your
at the end
bank
of your
account.
day.
And so like you don't even associate your pay with the hard work you're doing.
Yeah.
But if at the end of every day your boss is like, dude, you worked hard today, here is some cash, like that's like, yeah, I did a good work today. Like I am not calling in sick to that job as often because I know I won't get the cash. Like
Yeah.
the sooner we can do it. So if you're trying to like celebrate your kids when they do take out the trash at home and you see the trash is empty and you're like, Monica, you don't have a kid named Monica. It's just a name. You're like, Monica, did you take out the trash? Yes.
Shut
I'm
up, Chandler.
So proud of you. Like, that is great. I know how you don't like taking out the trash. It's not easy. And I didn't even have to ask you, like, you are growing up right before my eyes. I am so bloody proud of you. And in that moment, Monica will probably roll her eyes and be like, shut up, Dad.
Yep.
And also
It
cry
matters.
herself to sleep. She's so happy that
Yeah.
Dad sees her when she does hard things. So if you can call out good behavior in the moment, that's worth
That
its weight in
is
gold,
that is
right?
something that I'm working on, because I think kind things
Mhm.
more than I say. I don't say them all the time,
Yeah.
but it's really easy to criticize.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like the engineering side of me is like, gotta fix problems. And it's like, do I really need to? No. And so just saying them when I see them, if I have the thought, say it.
Yeah.
I remember I was sitting there at church, and I had a thought about one of my mission companions from 20 years ago.
Mm.
And I think the only text message in there says, "Hi, this is Dave Matthews," because I saw him a couple years, like 6 years ago.
Mhm.
And I sent the text message,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Hey, I just thought this thing, and I just wanted to share it with you, like a gratitude." And so I've been working on that, like with the kids, with people, just in general. Like if
Yeah.
I have the thought and it's a kind thought, why am I just keeping
Yeah.
it in?
Yeah.
I forget who that quote is, but if it's
There's
a good
probably a
thing,
quote from
go with it.
somebody.
It comes from him.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah. It's in Moroni. Yeah. All good things come from God.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I have this thought. And then my brain will just rapidly go on to something else. So I'm like, no, stop. I'm like, let me do it right now.
Yeah. And if you're trying to like preface it with something, to say something like, I was thinking of you today. Oh my gosh. Right. When you get that text when someone, they remembered you,
Yeah.
you feel so seen. That just feels nice.
Man.
I don't know where we're at on time. It's a really good.
It's after midnight.
Oh, holy crap.
Oh, now do we transition into the adult themes? This is exciting. I love After Midnight. This is going to be really great. Okay.
You thought it was risque before.
Yeah, we were talking about
Loosen up your buttons, babe.
These are tearaway pants.
I did have tearaway pants in junior high that got torn away far too often. Especially for being in junior high.
Yeah, with your physique, it would get torn away a lot. Yes.
I was small in junior high. That was a short one. And I'm still the short one.
Yeah,
But yeah, in junior high, it was. I distinctly remember walking out of chamber choir and one of the girls running past, and
yeah.
I mean, if you're wearing them, you're asking for it.
No,
I have.
no. We do not blame the victim for what they're wearing. That is not what we do.
He was doing this.
I agree with Dave and over here.
They're rip away pants. Why would you wear them?
Let me just say, from that standpoint, never blame the victim.
I agree with that
That
conceptually.
being
but I think
said,
you want-
that being said, I did wear them with that intention.
he even put on clean underwear.
I always
You
wore
wanted-
I always wore shorts under.
It's okay to be an exhibitionist. You do you.
Yes.
He's not the victim. This was part of a skit.
Well, she did victimize even if he wanted it. Like, he didn't literally ask for it, so
Not explicitly.
yeah.
It was implied consent. The
Implied-
rip away pants.
Implied consent. We talk about like it's either an enthusiastic yes or it's not. Like, you know the difference between that.
You've seen the T video.
The T video.
It's such a good way to explain what consent is. If
I'll look it up later.
oh yeah,
You've talked about the nail on the forehead. That's funny.
the nail in
I've
the
seen
forehead's
that
great.
video.
Yeah,
That's
but
a funny one.
look up the T video.
JCPenney has a dog pound video. Have you ever seen that one?
The one where dual bag.
I should have gotten her a dual bag vacuum.
No, he did get her the dual bag vacuum, and she throws him into the dog pound.
Oh yeah.
It's that one you're talking about, the JC.
Yes.
Yeah,
They have like a 4, 5, 6 minute version online.
it's hilarious. You've never seen it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's like, "What are you in here for?" Because they're in the dog house and they're folding laundry.
Yeah.
Like she just goes to the dog house and like throws him in there, and the one guy's like, I got my wife more RAM for her computer, and I wrote, "Thanks for the memories."
For like an anniversary present, a birthday
Yeah.
present, something like wildly
Okay.
emotional and detached. But yeah, then they have to go before a tribunal to get out of the dog pound.
Yeah, I've seen this. This is sounding familiar.
It's very
Good job.
funny, but it was a dual bag vacuum cleaner. Like he was like justified in it.
Yes,
No, but you gotta look up consent and tea.
I'll look it up. Thanks.
It's-
Is it tea like just the letter T?
No, it's like a drink.
Like the drink.
Right. So if somebody
consent.
asks for tea,
Yeah,
and you go and make them tea, and then you take them tea, and they decide, no, they don't want the tea. Don't make them drink the tea.
Yeah.
If someone's unconscious, don't make them drink the tea.
Yes.
yes,
Right. So it's a perfect
yeah.
analogy for consent.
yeah. If it's an enthusiastic yes, you'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Look it up. It's great.
Usually I have to pull out the paper and say, I need you to sign here. And that person is here to videotape and notarize
You're the exhibitionist.
for posterity. So I believe in video journaling.
Make sure you write down your safe word while you're at it. Dave, this has been great. I'm so glad. you made it through.
Dave.
Yes.
Dave Cube.
MNO.
It's good to see you in the flesh. Like, it's
Yeah.
you actually.
It's nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Dave.
I've loved hearing about things I didn't know about you.
Oh, good.
My dad was a pilot. I thought every dad had a pilot license, like a driver's license, because my dad did. And
Yeah.
that's my child brain, right? And so when you were like, I was raised in a rural airport, I'm like, dude, like that's so cool. Because I
Like
found-
mowed the lawn for you mowed the grass at the airstrip, right?
No, I don't, did I ever say that? No, I don't
You
think
said
so.
that, man. No, I'm getting old. Might have been somebody else. No, Aaron the barber. He did that to be able to fly planes.
Aaron the barber.
Aaron the barber lives down the street. He was in the Air Force also.
he's your neighbor.
Aaron the barber.
He's
The
just down
corner
street.
barbershop.
He has the barbershop on Main Street.
The corner barbershop.
Not the corner one. He's in the old hotel.
Yeah.
And he used to have a VW Bug parked out front.
On the very bottom of the old hotel on the corner of Forest and Main.
No, the
Not
old
that?
hotel. It literally says the hotel. And he's like a little bit away from like the movie theater and Idol Cafe, and he's on the second story.
Oh,
And,
Yeah, I know where you're talking
He
about.
retired from the Air Force and does like cuts my beard and shaves my head.
he mowed lawns to be able to fly planes, huh?
Yeah, he was
Good for
talking
him
about
for
that.
pursuing his passion and learning things.
That's
Yeah.
super cool.
Well, I watched the movie. What's it
How to
called?
Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
No, it was the Pixar movie with the guy. It's the one.
Brigadoon.
No, it was
Pixar movie.
It was a Pixar movie. The main character's like an African American guy. Soul. Yeah, and he goes to his barber, and they have that scenario, that scene where the barber's like, "You never ask me about me,"
Oh.
Oh yeah, because
he just goes and talks about himself
Yeah.
to the
Mhm.
barber. And I was like, I don't want to do that to anyone. I'm like, I want to have a back and forth. I want them to know what's going on, and vice versa. Like, I want to have a relationship with the people that I see, even if there is a capitalistic element to it where we're
sure there's an exchange of services, but still they're a person, like, right?
What's going on with you?
Yeah.
And then in 2 weeks, come back and be like, hey, last time I talked, you said you were going to Disneyland. How did it go? And what did the kids think? And blah, blah, blah. Like, it's fun.
Yeah, when people remember the details of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he sometimes feels bad about it because, like, he sees so many people. And it's hard for him to remember everything.
Yeah, when you're cutting hair and doing beards, you can't, like, take notes down and write down, oh, Dave's going to Lava Hot Springs.
He does a really good job of remembering stuff, but I know that dynamic is different because I have one barber in my life.
Yeah.
And he has many clients. And so it's easier for me to remember the things that go on with him. I don't have that many social people that I'm talking to every single week for half hour at a time to remember. So it's a different dynamic.
So it's a good lesson, though. Really, if you want connections in your life, you can do something about that.
Yeah.
It is nice. I think having meaningful relationships with people is better than superficial ones. So
it is.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for the person who's been hurt, who just, it's hard to trust you might get hurt again. It's hard to share you might get hurt again.
You're talking about in friendships or relationships?
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Like, how do you just try again?
How do you just try again? How do you describe, I mean, other than, like, grit, right? Just getting back up and putting yourself out there and trying not to take those disappointments personally or expecting those disappointments, because they're going to happen, right? You've been hurt. You've been, your trust has been broken. You know it's going to happen. So just expect that. And when it doesn't, it's great.
I probably take the wrong approach to this.
It's your approach, Dave.
You don't need to preface it that way.
No, it's probably wrong. But if somebody says to me, hey, I have this, I would ask them, say, do you feel that would you go back and do anything different? And if their answer's no, whether that's right or wrong is indifferent. But if they think the answer's no, then I would say, dude, crap happens.
Yeah.
Go back out. Now, if they come back to me and it's like, this is a repeat thing, I'd probably say, hey, there's a pattern here. And as your friend, as the chat GPT telling it to you roughly, I'd be like, there's a pattern here. I think you're not seeing it. I think that getting help and figuring out what that pattern is what you're doing. Either you're choosing friends poorly, or you're just not being as good of a friend as you think you are, like, should be. If you're constantly getting hurt.
Yeah.
That self-awareness is, we have to pay attention. Otherwise we do just do the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
One of the best books I've read on just interpersonal interactions is The Anatomy of Peace.
Oh, the Arbinger Institute. Yeah. From years ago.
Yep. And then I did a 2-day training, like leadership course, The Outward Mindset.
They do a lot of that with corporate training.
Yeah. Oh man, some of the best training, some of the best information, or just self-awareness for interpersonal interactions came from those principles.
The first book they did that was a runaway was the Leadership and Self-Deception.
Yes. Yep.
The first thing we do is stop lying to ourselves. Like,
yeah.
I don't need to write that down. I'll remember that. Don't lie to yourself.
Just write it down, because you're not going to remember.
Right. Like, we stop lying to ourselves. The self-deception, we give it up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. There's things like,
there's comfort in my self-deception. Don't take it away.
Just being able to see how I'm, and they call it inside in the box versus out of the box thinking, right? Yeah. How am I inside the box, right? If I'm stepping over that dirty piece of laundry when the laundry chute is right there or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or I'm not willing to pick up that piece of garbage because I think someone else is doing it. I'm objectifying them, right? They've become this object for success or this obstacle in my way. I think for those that have this pattern of getting hurt, start with trying to think out of the box.
Yeah.
Right? That out of the box thinking is super helpful. So
What's your advice
Forward.
for people that are hurt to help them get back out there?
Oh.
To turn the question back.
My mind went to a different place when you were talking, right? Like we talk a lot about cognitive distortions, these thinking errors that we have. And if we can spot them, sometimes we can do things differently. And one of them for like guilt or shame or these traumatic things is like, if I only knew then what I know now,
Yeah.
what's the flaw in that thinking?
you can't.
There isn't a way,
Yeah.
right? That's not how, unless you're in Star Trek and you have timeline different.
I think it's okay to
there
recognize
isn't a
that
way
if
to
you
go
knew
back
that,
to a
you would do
different
it
thing.
differently. I just don't think that it's worthwhile to feel bad about it.
We don't like you've Frost, what is it, the road not taken, two
Yeah.
roads diverged in a yellow wood, and being but one traveler. I forget how the rest goes, but he goes down and he looks one way and he's like, it's probably pretty good, and he goes this way and he's like, it's probably just as good, like, and it ends with this line that says and I took the road less traveled and it has made all the difference.
Yeah.
That's not the point of it. Like, either path would have been fine. We have to choose. There isn't a wrong choice here.
Yeah.
Should I be a lawyer or an engineer? There isn't a wrong choice there. You do have to choose, though.
Yeah.
There's one that's socially acceptable.
Be an advocate for someone else like our savior is for us. You're talking about the lawyer? Is that
The lawyers that more socially
The
acceptable.
world was created through engineering principles. So... No, I guess there are good lawyers.
that'll be a discussion for another day?
Yeah. Yeah.
The savior's our advocate with the father. Like, that's I'm gonna trust on that. Yeah, that's a good lawyer.
Obviously,
They take the
celestial.
lawyer over the engineer.
I think he's better than the other.
No, I just think it's funny. My grandpa actually was a mechanical engineer and a lawyer.
Oh wow.
So he did patent.
No,
I
he
was gonna
just
say, I just
decided
talked to
he did
somebody
not do
that-
patent law, which he just decided he didn't want to be an engineer anymore.
Oh, that's interesting. No, I talked to somebody that someone in their network or their circle, they went to school to be a biochemical engineer and then decided to do patent law and went to law school.
Yeah.
No, it's a good combo.
It is a good
My advice, I'd go back to what Dave said, though, right? Like, you do have to try again. It hurts. It's hard. It's difficult. I'm sorry you had to go through it. I could have taken that away. I would have, but it's okay to try again. It's okay to fail again. It's okay to take one step forward and do something different again. It's okay to let your friend swipe through your dating app. It's okay to go to a restaurant you've not been before without Google Maps to guide you and just get lost doing something different. It's okay to try different things to get somewhere you've never been. That would be okay.
It's okay to be uncomfortable and it's okay to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like Dave and I talking about like the divorces and stuff. That's hard to have such a like socially, especially in our culture, have this failed relationship that was supposed to be forever not work out and then be like, well, how you doing?
Right, for
Wanna get married?
for poor, for sickness and in health, those aren't even celestial vows, right? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't even get that good.
I didn't even get bare minimum,
Judgment when it
like
comes to it.
monogamy.
I didn't even make it to death.
I mean, we were close. Murder, death was on the table.
I mean, I found that fascinating just to listen to because I tried for a long time to date anyone that would have me, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was single till 40, right? Like, I didn't meet someone who could put up with me for longer than 3, 4, 5 months at a time, and they'd usually end it, and it was fine, and then you move on, and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, someone likes me. That's hard to try again.
Yeah, I met somebody that I've known for a long time, not like super good friends, but just somebody who's been in my life, and I saw them at the park, and I was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
Laura and I were just on a walk with the kids, and she said, "Oh, blah blah blah," and she said, I got divorced 6 years ago.
Mm.
My husband's in jail, federal prison."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, that's super hard." And her comment was, "It's really hard to like trust because he was so nice. There was no red flags that she perceived. Good father, good husband, everything right."
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I said, "When you are ready, I promise you there are good guys out there. Like there's somebody there for you. 7 billion people in this world. When you're ready." And she's like, "Do you know somebody? Like you seem very confident." And I said, "No, I'm not in the market of like matchmaking people right now."
Sure.
I said, but I'm confident that there is someone when you're ready. Like when you're ready. And there's no pressure. You don't have to if you don't want to. But if you do, there are people out there. There's good guys.
To give someone the gift of hope or optimism, I can't think of a kinder thing.
There are people who told me, like, after the divorce, just people that I was friends with on Facebook that went through divorces themselves later. They said just seeing that you were able to get through that and it didn't break you gave me hope that I could go through it too and it'd be okay.
Except it broke you like 18 dozen times. Right?
Well, I mean, like, it didn't break me to the point that it was like, peace out.
I mean, there's nights you cried yourself to sleep, I'm sure of it, and
yeah.
woke up and try it again. Just a new day. Yeah.
Like my wife calls it Matthew's fortitude.
Matthew's fortitude.
She's like, your family.
Oh, from your family line. Okay.
Yeah, because last name's Matthews, right? And she's
Yes,
like,
yes.
you guys, it's like, you probably shouldn't, but you do it anyway. We're watching a movie. The guy's like arms like pinned in the canyon. He like chops it off with his
127.
Yeah. We're watching this and she's like, I do not relate. I'd just be like, that was good. We watch this movie. These people like drive off a cliff. They're like in the water. The car's sinking. They're smashing windows and getting out. She's like, that'd be good. I'm like, it's like 10 feet, honey. You can get out. The lake's not that deep. And she's like, you guys, like, you, everything says you should probably stop, but you'll just barrel through it and then deal with whatever emotional stuff afterwards. Maybe. And I was like, I think that's a strength and a weakness.
Sure.
He's going to look at those questions.
You're gonna look up the questions.
It's late.
We're gonna
We're
get
going to
these-
go, but I do want to see it and take it with me. I don't want to forget it.
I've got the other ones here too, Dave. If you want to look at them.
Oh my gosh, 19. Absolutely. You've got an interest in comedy love that. Ever use humor in sessions to break the ice or help someone process dark stuff? Yes. Dark humor works for some people. There's no good or bad humor. If it makes you laugh, it works for you. Right? My girlfriend and I broke up last week and I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back to me? Right? Dark humor. Not for everyone, but sometimes it's okay to use. Sometimes I use humor because therapy's not easy or pleasant for most people. Just parking is anxiety inducing for many.
Yeah.
And they come to a session and I know it's not always pleasant, but it's useful and helpful. And so at the end, I'll leave them with something positive, lighthearted, a joke. Like, did you hear about the Mexican magician in Las Vegas last weekend? Oh my gosh. Like he's doing all of his magic, all of his jokes. The audience is not having it. They think he's terrible. They're like, this is awful. And he's like, fine. Do you just want me to go? Do you just want me to leave then? They said, yes, you're terrible. And he said, fine, I will leave you with my magical disappearing act. And they're like, oh no. And he says, I will disappear in uno, dos. And then he was just gone. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, he's an amazing magician. Like he did that and he disappeared without a trace.
That is the dad humor type jokes versus dark humor.
Yeah. Humor helps.
humor does. I think well timed.
Freud said that when our stress or something gets so high, our anxiety or stress tension, we do a defense mechanism to lower it. Like if kids are scared in a movie, they'll cover their eyes. That's a defense mechanism, like avoidance, like denial sometimes. One of the more mature ones is humor.
Okay.
So the husband whose wife might have ovarian cancer or something, the doctor's about to do the examination, looks over at the husband and says, "You don't have to be here for this if you don't want to. We can come get you when it's over." And he looks at the doctor and he says, "Don't worry about me, doc. I've seen her lady bits plenty of times." And in that moment, the doctor is like, "Did he just say that?" And the nurse is like, "You're married to that?" And the wife is rolling her eyes. But also, the tension has left the room. Everyone's a bit more relaxed. They can do their job better because the tension's gone. The anxiety's left. They're just breathing. Like humor can help.
I thought
I share some of the mortician.
I thought you were gonna say, no. I like to watch, like the darker, more messed up. I like to watch. Keep going.
I share some of the mortician stuff, like on the podcast.
Multiple
like it was it was crushing.
Oh yeah, that's crush. Yes, I did.
Dark,
that's right.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Well, like the funeral with my friend, and he didn't even mean it. Like, how you doing?
Staying
alive. It's like, you're going to hell.
You mentioned Brigham City last time on the podcast.
The movie Brigham City.
And the other dude that was on last time talks about, like, I just remember the bishop not taking the sacrament and crying or something like that. And when I watched it, I said a remark like, "Why did they use sourdough bread?" Right? That was me not being able to sit with the tension of this scene.
Of the scene, yeah.
Having to like release it through humor. And everyone in the room was like, "Did you just say that?" And I'm like, "I know. That's how my stress and tension shows up. I relieve it with humor." Like, yeah.
I would say that like my family argues a lot, like high tension situation, very normal. And I developed humor to like try to cut that. And so sometimes I use humor and times, and my wife's like, "No." Like, that was a bad time to use it. And I'm like, it's still really funny though.
So really,
if it was a movie, it'd be hilarious because it was really a bad time.
Yeah. These questions are rather fun, actually.
Are they?
We can answer these in 10, 20 more episodes.
Yeah.
Come back for second round.
They're interesting. Yeah.
All AI generated.
Thanks, Grok.
Yeah.
I like Gemini.
Gemini is good. ChatGPT works.
I think GPT might be my favorite one to use. It just seems to be more concise when I ask it to do things.
I think Notebook LM, do you think it would do a good job with it?
I don't know if
it'd be hard to get the data sources.
Yeah, you'd have to have some kind of
because you can point it toward website.
You can point it to a website,
but I don't know about social media.
You could always try it.
Yeah, you could download your social media inside of like an XML.
Probably an XML.
You can get that, XML. Put it into it, and then upload it as a data source to use for a notebook LM. That would be useful. But again, it's only as good as what you're feeding it, right?
Right.
Like,
well, that one's nice because you can isolate the data sources.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you trust, what you like.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, this was fun.
This was really fun.
Thanks.
Great
time flew, man.
Delightful. I can't wait to read through these.
Next time we'll just go with those after you've read through them.
Yeah, and we'll have a nice duet, something from The Sound of Music, like Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Or closing time.
If you add me back on Facebook, time, then we can chat about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Adios. I don't know how you end. Adios.
That's
Wiedersehen.
I don't think we have
We don't have an official outro.
I think what did we say?
Like a tagline? Be good to yourself. Take care of yourself.
We can be bought.
We can be bought.
We say that a lot, but I think we also...
We don't really have like a tagline at the end that we use.
Figure it out. You're fun to listen to.
Thanks, Dave. This is a good episode. Good time. Join us next time on the Daves of Our Lives.
Oh, that's the part.